Stay Tuned Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of two possibly intoxicated idiots watching the National Football League.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Sunday Night Football stream here at Stay Tuned Sports, the NFL on Stay Tuned Sports. I am your boy King. Of course, Jimbo, as we know, under the weather today, so he is not joining us, unfortunately. But we're here. We're going to have a great Sunday night. I think we have some good matchup here. The LA Rams and the Detroit Lions. Week 1, a lot of surprises this week, I'm going to be honest. I don't even want to talk about my Giants. We already saw. You saw the stream. We lived through that. I don't know if I want to live through that again. I still have not had an alcoholic beverage. I have not. My Giants glass here that I had busted out. I was like, oh man, can't wait for the Giants to score a touchdown so I can have a beverage. Remains empty. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll have one tonight for the Rams Lions. I don't know. Maybe I'll just stay stone sober. I probably need to go ahead and I deserve to be sober for and suffer for how the Giants treated me this past week. Not the best, not the greatest, but what are you gonna do? Anyway, anywho, let me try to figure out something else. What's going on here? What happened? I can't tell what's going on. I think I screwed something up. I think I screwed something up on the stream, which is normal. It's normal operating procedure. Everybody remain calm. Normal operating procedure for me to screw up stuff. But yes, very funky week 1. The Patriots went into Cincinnati and won. I don't think there's a man alive outside of a Patriots fan, and even most Patriot fans I don't think thought what was going to happen. But Bengals all kinds of discombobulated and discombobbled and not playing well at all. And they go in there and they steal the victory. And they get the victory against Cincinnati. Now, again, as I mentioned before, I think Cincinnati has they have a tendency to start season slowly. This is not the first time where we've been like, what the hell's going on with Cincinnati? So if I'm a Bengals fan, I'm not hitting the panic button yet. I'm not going, hey, oh my God, there's something wrong here. I don't know. Like I'm not going that far yet. But it is concerning, especially against a team like New England, who everybody had assumed was certainly below that sort of class that we all think the Bengals are in. But it is what it is. Carolina gets blown out by New Orleans. I don't think anybody thought Carolina was going to be great by any stretch of the imagination this year, but that's a rough one. That's a hard one to take. Losing by 37 on the opening day. Houston and Indianapolis, 2-point game, great game. I kind of called it. I kind of thought it was going to be a real good game. Chicago, Caleb Williams gets his first win of the year against Tennessee. Pittsburgh does not score a touchdown, but they score 18 points, 6 field goals, beat Atlanta 18-10. I called it earlier on with Jimbo during the show, where I've talked to my father about it. Anybody I listened to, I said that Steelers defense is going to win them games by themselves. And that's a case where Pittsburgh's offense really didn't do too much. All they got was field goals, but they were able to win, and they're 1-0. Miami comes all the way back against Jacksonville. Jacksonville had an early lead against Miami, and Miami comes storming all the way back. Last-second field goal walks it off, 20-17. Miami starts 1-0 after some people were already giving up on him. Frank the Tank, of course, over there at Barstool, he gives up on everybody real quickly. But Dolphins win. Arizona blew a huge lead against Buffalo. They had a lead for most of the game, for a good chunk of the game. Buffalo came back, took the lead. Arizona had a dynamic kickoff return for a touchdown. I believe the first one that's happened this year so far. So good for them. But they still come up short against Buffalo. Josh Allen and the Bills able to pull one out there at home. If we look at some of these other games, the late games that had happened, Chargers beat Vegas 22-10. Jim Harbaugh gets his first win there in, I always want to say San Diego. It's still, Chargers belong in San Diego. They do, always have, always will. But they get the win over Minshew and Vegas, 22-10, in a crowd that was mostly Raiders fans there in L.A. Denver loses to Seattle 26-20. Denver did not look great for all this game, really, and still was only down 6 and had a chance to get the ball back. But there was a false start, not a false start. They were offsides, lined up in a neutral zone on a 3rd and 11, made it a 3rd and 6, and Geno and the Seahawks were able to go ahead and convert that and seal the game. Bo Nix, not the best stat line, but not the worst. Not the worst. I'm sure that Daniel Jones and the Giants had a lot worse stat line than Denver did, that's for sure. So, not bad. Tampa Bay, 37-20 over Washington. Jaden Daniels did not look terrible. And it didn't look great, but didn't look terrible. Baker Mayfield, on the other hand, looks like Tampa was right to lock him up and sign him up, man. He looks good. Baker is cooking. He's baking that cake down there. And the Browns suck. There's no other way to put it. Not as much as the Giants do, but the Browns really just they browned the bed against Dallas for a team that a lot of people I thought certainly, was going to be one of the better teams in the AFC, a challenging team in the AFC, so long as Deshaun Watson played well, kind of recaptured that Houston Texans vibe, when he was still getting happy endings by the fistful down there. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe there's some Cleveland massage joint that can help him out. I don't know. It's probably best for him to stay away from all the massage parlors as it stands, considering his past. Not great. But boy, he needs to recapture the Deshaun Watson that he was in the first few years of his career down there in Houston, and he doesn't seem to be doing it. And the Browns fall very hard to the Dallas Cowboys, who signed Dak Prescott to a 4-year extension, making him the highest paid player in NFL history. $240 million contract, $231 million of that guaranteed, an $80 million signing bonus as well on top of that. So Dak is there in Dallas. They seem to have all of that handled for now until next offseason, when I believe it's going to be Micah Parsons' turn to go ahead and try to work on that contract. We'll see what happens with the Cowboys. And, of course, then tomorrow we have the Jets in San Francisco. We'll be live here on Stay Tuned Sports, live covering that one for you as well. But for now, we're getting ready for Sunday Night Football here with the Detroit Lions versus the Los Angeles Rams. Stafford coming back to Detroit again. Great playoff game there last year. We're going to see how that how this return here, if it's any better, if they're going to be able to go ahead and win this game or not. Detroit looking to kind of keep their momentum going. They had the chance. They had the ability to get to the Super Bowl. They were really in a driver's seat. And I think that one spectacular Ayuk bouncing ball catch down at the 2-yard line. And once that happened, it seemed like the Lions completely and utterly fell apart, and that's a shame. That's a shame to see what happens with that. But anyway, here we go. I hope everybody out there is watching. I wonder how your team did. If you want to let me know, chat is open. You have to subscribe, of course, to come chat with me, but that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If you like what you see, like, share, subscribe, share us with all your friends. Hit the little notification bell. We're going to be doing a bunch of these lives all year, clearly. We did Thursday. We did the opening night on Thursday. A bit of a penalty fest, a bit sloppy, if you will. As was the Brazil game, sloppy just in play, and also the field conditions. Very Super Bowl 57-esque field conditions down there at Corinthians Arena in Sao Paulo, Brazil. But the Eagles go ahead and they get the win there against the Green Bay Packers. Saquon Barkley with 3 touchdowns. I really don't want to talk about it. But anyway, Saquon did he did kind of go ham down there in Brazil. And then today, listen, you wake up in the morning on the first football Sunday of the year. It actually was nice, a little cool here in the New Jersey area. Ready to go. Oh, it's so exciting to get back into football. And then the Giants game started. And that all kind of went out the window. And now I can't wait for the season to end, if we're going to be honest. Really can't wait for the season to be over. But we got a lot of other great football to watch. Like I said, we have tonight's game. Tomorrow night's game is going to be great. Then we have next week, I believe, the Bills and Dolphins are Thursday night football. So that's going to be a fun one to watch and cover with everybody. Not to mention we have our countdown show coming up on Tuesday. Me and Jimbo are going to have our power rankings out. And I feel like there's going to be some movement on that. In fact, let me take a look. Let me see what I have on, because I know I had. Let's do a switch here. Whoa! Look at that. Yeah, no, I wanted to bring mine over and take a look at what I had as my power rankings. I had the Chiefs at number 1, and that's going to seem to hold for now. The 49ers are my number 2 team. They play tomorrow. We'll see how that goes after tomorrow. Whether they stay there, up, down, all around. We'll see where it goes. Ravens were my number 3. We'll see if they drop or how far they'll drop in my power rankings because of that loss with the Chiefs. Again, they were literally this close to tying that game. And then, as you saw, John Harbaugh was going to go for 2. So they would have either won or lost. We were not going to overtime. So that would have been, again, how that all happened. Or it depends. But I don't think the Ravens are going to drop too far off. Although Lamar's throwing ability is definitely questionable. Like that's he's got to tighten it up. But the Ravens again I don't think they're going to drop too far, if we're going to be honest. Jets are my number 4 team. Again, they're playing tomorrow against the 49ers. So that game is going to have a rather big impact on how this top of my power rankings anyway is going to look. Packers at number 5. Again, they lost just barely to the Eagles, but if you lose, it's going to be a drop. And again, they had a lot of missed opportunities. They had a lot of mistakes they made. There were parts that looked good, but they then did drop. Jordan Love, of course, injured, has the MCL sprain. He's going to be out anywhere between 2 to 5 or 6 weeks, they said. I think it's going to be on the lesser end. 2 to 4 is what I heard mostly for this kind of MCL strain. So I know Packer fans are hoping that he'll be back sooner rather than later. Who else do I have? I have the Texans at 5. They were in a dogfight with the Colts. They get the win. We'll see how far I decide to either move them up or keep them where they are. We'll see. Lions, of course, they're playing tonight against the Rams. I didn't have the Rams on here, and I really should have. I was really considering it as the preseason went on, training camp went on. I really thought I might. I really should have had the Rams on here, but I made this list. Me and Jimbo made these lists before training camp, and as we started counting them down, and it was kind of like, oh, well, we can't really change it now. We've already revealed 3 or 4 of them before, the training camps really got going, and some moves were made, and how some of the teams look. So that's why the preseason power rankings are going to be a little Not that great. So that's it. I had the Lions at 7, so we'll see how they do tonight and where that goes. Eagles were at 8. They, of course, got the win. Saquon looked great. They are going to be moving up in the rankings clearly. The Bengals at 9, I think they're going to be dropping. Just a guess. Dolphins come all the way back for the win. They were my number 10 team, so I think they'll be probably moving up. I doubt they're going to stay where they are, depending on how everything else shakes down here, but they should be all right. Browns, they are falling out. There's no other way to say it. I had the Browns in here. I thought they were going to be doing well because they are going to be dropping out, but the Buccaneers are 1,000% moving up in my power rankings here. I think that's unquestionable for their performance today. Baker looked absolutely amazing. And I know it was against the Washington football team of Redskin Commanders. I know they're not, a powerhouse. I know they're not super great. I know all of that. But even that, they looked amazing. Maybe the Saints get in here for their performance. Again, they were playing the Panthers. Not exactly a great team. Not something you think you'd be wanting to see, but they were there. I feel bad because I was told, the research I did of what I looked up, that the Lions were going to be wearing their alternate uniforms for the night because it was Sunday night. Apparently, that was bad information. So if you look at the graphics, it's a little messed up. Maybe I'll change it. Maybe I'll start working around here and changing this as we get ready. But we're going to get the kickoff here soon. Dan Campbell, they're showing 4th season as Lion head coach. And I'll tell you what, man, if there's ever been a better hire for just changing a culture, and the Lions were a dumpster fire for 30 years. And Dan Campbell has come in there and made the Lions a legitimate Super Bowl contender. And in some people's minds, a Super Bowl favorite. And I don't think you can overstate how much that is, what to anybody who knows, that's incredible when you think about it. That the Lions are a Super Bowl favorite. That the Lions are a Super Bowl contender. Get the hell out of here. The Lions? Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And here comes the dynamic kickoff. And that's going to be a touchback. We had a dynamic kickoff return today for a touchdown in the Cardinals game. So, it's there. It can work. It can work. It has happened. We have seen it been able to happen. I believe there was only one return in the Giants game today that I saw anyway. There were a couple others that just didn't quite make it to the end zone. But for now, starting from the 30-yard line, Matthew Stafford and the Rams. Stafford and shotgun. Taking a look at this Lions defense, all decked out in Honolulu blue from head to toe. Oh, throws a pass, gets absolutely destroyed in the backfield, and that's going to be a loss of 1 yard. Williams did not quite make it to the line of scrimmage. Didn't quite make it. So Lions defense starting off strong here. Big hit stick. Buried him into the ground. My dear sweet Lord. So it's going to be 2nd and 11 now. Rams wearing their white with yellow pants, looking good in kind of a semi-classic look. The modern classic, if you will. Stafford throws incomplete. Way over the head, out of bounds of everybody. It's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Rams. Matthew Stafford again, returning for the 2nd time to Detroit with the Los Angeles Rams. Like I said, it was the playoffs last year. Great game. Rams almost won that game. They were very competitive in it. Lions are saying that the Rams jumped, but no flag, no penalty. Snap gets off. Quick to Cooper Kupp. Off into the flat. Kind of a screen area there, but that's going nowhere. In fact, lost yardage again. So the Rams are 3 and out to start this game off. And in fact, did nothing but lose yardage in the 3 plays they had. Yikes. Not a great start if you're the Rams. And if you're the Lions defense, that's exactly how you wanted the game to start. You wanted nothing more than that. So the Lions are going to have to punt here on 4th and 13. And the punt is away. Lions receive it. Ooh, pinballs around a little bit. Gets a decent return. Gets it to about the 34, 35-yard line for the Lions. And that is where Jared Goff is going to start. I'll say this about the Lions uniforms. The pants need some stripes. You're going to do the monochrome. That's bad enough as it is, but get some stripes in those things. You guys look like you're wearing leotards. Not great. It's not a great look. Plus the blue socks, blue pants, like the blue head to toe is not a great look. Not a great look. Got to fix that. Anyway, 1st and 10. Goff under center. Hands it off, and we got about a 2-yard gain there for the Lions. David Montgomery. .12:56 here in the first quarter. Goff back to throw. Completes the pass to Amon-Ra St. Brown. He was trying to get across the field and cut up, but is tripped up about 4 yards short of the first down. Running sideways doesn't gain you yardage. So, I was never a fan of that. Run vertical. Get vertical. Up and down. North to south. South to north. Whichever way you want to say it. Anyway, it's 3rd and 4. See, I said it was 4 yards short. Yeah, see? I'm not bad. The old guys are not as bad as they used to be. Goff is in shotgun here for the Lions. Takes the snap, back to pass, looks, gets pressure from the Rams, and they get the sack all the way back at the 30. And that's going to be a 3-and-out for the Lions. So both the Lions and the Rams not off to the best of starts. Offensively, anyway. Defensively, if you're the defensive coordinators for each of these teams, this is what you want. Both defenses stepping up here. Williams back to receive the punt from the Lions. Mr. Fantastic Mr. Fox. That punt is going to go all the way into the end zone for a touchback. It's going to come out to the 20, and the Rams will get the ball. But there is a flag. Hold on. Laundry. Get your dirty laundry out. Mr. Officials, Mr. Stripes, they were having a day today. Holding on the Rams. Half the distance to the goal. And it'll be first down for the Rams from the 10-yard line. From what appears. And apparently, from what I saw, there were 22 accepted penalties in the Cowboys-Browns game. Which is absurd. Absolute absurd amount of penalties. And accepted penalties. Like I don't get that. But that's kind of how it's been for a lot of these early games. There's been a lot of... Well, I get the emphasis. You know, you got the emphasis calls that they're calling out. You know, you can only... bow rule or whatever for the illegal formation. You know, you have to have the head by the center's, has to be at least even with the center's belt buckle. And if it's not, they throw the penalty, and they've been calling that real close. So that's been a lot of the consternation with that. But there was a lot more calls than that. Like, it's just been, Mr. Officials have been throwing the flags, and some of them really bad and egregious calls. And that's why I never subscribe to the fact that, like, oh, refs are in the bag for the Chiefs, or before that the Patriots, or before that the Cowboys, or before that the 49ers, or whoever it was really good or had a dynasty at the time. Like, people, like, I never subscribed to that because the referees have sucked across the board, kind of always. So, not really. I never subscribed to the fact that it was it's a vast conspiracy to have teams. Because there's the other thing too. What makes it like let's say, like, the refs were always, yeah, everybody always said, oh, the Patriots paid off the refs, or the refs were always on the side of the Patriots and all that kind of stuff. Why change then? If the reason the Patriots were so good as they were was because they had the refs on their side, why all of a sudden did the refs abandon them and then go to the Chiefs and started giving the Chiefs the call? Oh, because the Chiefs were becoming a better team and the Patriots, right? But that's not a case of the refs making anyone better or worse. That's the case of the teams being better, the Patriots not being as good as they were, and so you've already almost got a pick, but it was completed by Stafford to Cooper Kupp here on 1st and 10. We got 2nd down here for the Rams. I just never understood the argument that, oh, there's other, you know, the refs always have the dynasty teams win and they go for them. Pass again to Cooper Kupp. He catches that. That's going to be a 1st down and more. He gets. Ooh, boy. He's cleared the 1st down by at least 6 yards, 7 yards. So that's going to be a 1st down for the Rams. Big gain for Cooper Kupp. Like, I don't understand the logic, the fallacy, the how do you get to that thought process? That, oh, some team, you know, it's the reason this team is great because of the refs. Well, why did they abandon the other team that was great? If it was always supposed to be for the Patriots, everybody's always on the Patriots side, why stop? Stafford passes out to his right side, to his tight end. That's going to be a completion and close to a 1st down. It's going to be about a yard or two short. So it's going to be 2nd and short here for the Rams, and all of a sudden they're starting to move the ball against this Rams defense, which they had. Seems like they were having, you know, the first drive, the Lions defense was all over them. Now Stafford is 5 for 6, 23 yards to his to mostly Cooper Kupp. Stafford, he gets that away to Cooper Kupp. Cameramen seem to get a little confused about what the hell was going on there. Either way, 2nd and 2 now here for the Rams. Puca Nacua seems to be in motion. Hand off to Williams. That's going to be a 1st down for the Rams as they get to the 46 of the Lions. And they are starting to move this ball here. Putting a drive together here, the Rams are, against this vaunted Lions defense. Kyren Williams getting some work in here. 8:51 left here in the 1st quarter. 1st and 10, Lions from their own 46-yard line. Stafford takes the snap, passes. That's going to be a 1st down. Is that Puca? Yeah, that's the Puca Nacua. And they are now in Lions territory. Close to what I want to say, the 37-yard line, 36 somewhere of the Lions. As Puca went flying through the air, out of bounds. Oh, they're saying it's 38. Okay, so 38. First and 10 from the Lions 38. Stafford in shotgun takes the snap. Throws to his left. That is going to be caught by Cooper Kupp for a couple of yards. Looks about to the 34. So about a 4-yard gain. Lions really putting in some work here on this drive. Looking real good. Looking real nice against this Lions defense that had them going nothing but backwards on their first drive. Stafford getting rushed immediately upon the snap. Throws it and incomplete. That was immediate pressure. As soon as he snapped the ball, immediate pressure. Had 3 Lions in his face. And just had to kind of, oh my God, threw that away real quick. 3rd and 6. Here for Detroit. Here for the Rams. Detroit trying to get them off the field here on 3rd and medium. Stafford takes the snap, passes, completes it. And that's going to be a first down as the Rams bring it all the way down to the 19-yard line of the Detroit Lions. And again, the drive stays alive. Fresh set of downs for the Lions. Thank you again, everybody, once again for joining us and watching us here. If you like what you see, like, share, and subscribe. Every little bit helps. It's great. We have links down there for our donation station if you want to go ahead and help us out a little bit. We also have a merch store. More merch is coming in there as well if you want to pick up something there. It's like donating, except you get something. It's really cool. Link for the Discord is down there as well. 1st and 10. Stafford takes a snap, rolls out to his right, and cannot complete it to his tight end. Bobbles and drops it going out of bounds. So that is a complete. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Rams. Rams were ranked 4th last year in red zone percentage, 64%. Of the time in the red zone, they scored a touchdown. I believe, is that what that means, or does that just mean score? I forget how it was, if it was strictly touchdown or if it's touchdown or field goal. Either way, 2nd and 10, Stafford in shotgun. Williams in the backfield with him. Stafford back, immediately gets rushed and sacked by the Lions defensive front. Oh, boy. Did not have much of a chance on that one. Took the snap, tried to set the throw. And again, the Lions front 4 already in the backfield. Coming right off the side. Oof. Ugh. So that's going to be 3rd and long, very long. 3rd and 18 for the Rams now from the 27-yard line of the from the Lions. And we've got a false start here on the Rams. That's going to push them back even further. And it's going to be 3rd and 23 now. Not helping themselves here. Or the Rams, after a pretty good sustained drive, they've kind of hit a wall and starting to go backwards here. McClendon called on that one. He did move just a little too early. Excuse me for the yawn. Still recovering from the Giants game, which was boring me to hell, so apologize for that. 5:56, 54, 53, 52 left here in the first quarter. Rams, 3rd and 23. Long way to go to get a first down here on this drive, which started on their own 10-yard line. Good sustained drive after the first drive went nothing but backwards for the Rams, but they're going to have to get a big one here to convert. They hand it off to Williams, and he gets back a decent chunk of yardage, but nowhere near the first down. Looks like the Rams are going to settle for a field goal. Joshua Carty, rookie here for the Rams, kicking. He was drafted in, the 6th round here by the Rams from Stanford. We're going to see how the rookie does on his first kick in the NFL. It's going to be a 41-yard field goal attempt from the right hash. Snap, hold, kick, up, and it is good. And the Rams get on the board, 3-0 against the Lions. First blood is drawn, and it comes from the Los Angeles Rams. 4:50 left here in the first quarter. Rams are going to be getting the ball back here. Lions are going to be getting the ball back here. My goodness. Let's take a look over at the Twitter X, see what's going on, see anything's breaking down over there. Chargers and Raiders fans fighting outside of SoFi Stadium. That's great to see. It's a long tradition of Raiders and Chargers fans fighting. Continues, even though they're now both in different cities. Is it Oakland and San Diego fighting? No, it's Los Angeles and Las Vegas. A tradition, unlike any other. Looking around here, some other news. Is this what Tom Brady is handing out a "Let's effing go" player of the game on Fox? That seems a little contrived. But he gets it to Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons get it. What is it? Just like a football, like a little silver football or something, or a bowl, like half a football. I don't even know. Contrived idea, a little bit. It seems like not quite like the Madden turkey leg, but oh boy, excuse me. Yeah, not too much else going on here. Good Chargers fight though. I'll say this. Eagles fans do have a legitimate gripe when everybody kind of puts the bad name on Philly and just being like, oh, something happens. Like, oh, Philly fans, man. That must be. Oh, it looks like they imported a lot of Philly fans somewhere. It's like, listen, I am not apologizing for Philadelphia fans. They are scum. They are bad. They are violent and nasty, and it's who they are, and they're proud of it. It's not, you're not insulting the Eagles when you say that. You're not insulting Eagles fans when you say that about them or their fandom or anything like that, because that's what they want. They're proud of that reputation. But it's not just the Eagles fans that are like that. Like, and the thought that it is kind of silly. A little bit. We got the kickoff here, and do we have any kind of dynamic return? We do not. That is, again, a touchback. So Lions will get the ball at the 30-yard line, which they're going to have to move that. And whether they do it in the middle of the season or not, I know Raj said he's not going to. There's going to be no changes to it in season, but maybe after this first week, we're like, because that's the only way you're going to change it. If you make the touchback on the kickoff punitive, if you make it the same as like an illegal procedure penalty at this point and put it on the 40, that's the only way you're going to get returns back into the NFL, because otherwise these guys are just going to blast it all the way to the back of the end zone. Lions, first play on their second drive, hand off, and that's going to be a gain of about 3 yards for Detroit. Montgomery with the carry. It's going to be second down and 7. Rams defense playing fairly well here. Both defenses playing really well. The Rams actually got a little bit more going on that second drive. Let's see if the Lions can answer and get a little momentum here on their second drive. 2nd and 6. Sorry, they gave him a little extra yards there. So 2nd and 6 here. Pitch out to his right is Goff. Gives it to Gibbs, and that is going to be a significant chunk of yardage. But not quite a first down. It's going to be just short. 3rd and 1 now for the Lions. You'd think they'd be able to convert this and keep this drive going, 3rd and 1. Lord knows it's not the Giants, because when they went 3rd and 1, they decided to run a play that needed the offensive line to push defensive linemen around when the Giants' offensive line couldn't push anybody around. Lions go for a run. He got hit in the backfield by the Rams' defensive line, but he was able to go ahead and push through, gets the yards he needs, and moves the chains. First down, Detroit Lions. Montgomery with the carry. So from the, what do we got here, 41-yard line? Just inside the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10. Goff takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws back to Montgomery. He gets a couple yards, but we got a flag down. There's another flag down. Nothing but flags getting thrown by officials in week 1. So many flags. Illegal use of hands by the Rams. That's an automatic first down. Is that 50? I think that's 15 in the first. Yeah, illegal use of hands. Hands to the face. In the face. And that's textbook. Illegal use of hands. Hands to the face. 15 yards, first down. That's going to move the ball. Is that inside? Is that right at the 50, or is that just inside? Just inside. So we're just inside Rams territory here for Detroit. And a fresh set of downs on 1st and 10. Goff. Kind of in a pistol, not quite shotgun, I would say. Yeah, shotgun. I'll say shotgun. Why not? Okay. Hands it off to Montgomery. Breaks it out to his left. Tries to cut. Seems to slip a little bit, but stays on his feet. Gets about 7. That's about a 7-yard gain there for Montgomery. Montgomery really putting in the work so far in this first quarter. Speaking of which, 2:15 left in the first quarter with the clock running. Rams lead 3-0. Eight-yard gain, sorry. 2nd and 2. I think it's a long 2 on this one. I think this is a long 2. Hello, wife. That's the wife. She's never going to come on camera. Just accept. We got to accept that. Montgomery takes the handoff, and he gets about 5-6 yards on that. And that's going to be another Detroit Lions first down. So the Lions, much like the Rams, moving on their second drive after going 3 and out on their first. Montgomery, man, putting in some work here. Very impressed with him so far. Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator for the Lions, seems to be Montgomery heavy as we start off here. First and 10 from the 36 for the Lions. Handoff again to Montgomery, and again a big hole and a big gain. Again, about 7 or 8 yards on that carry. Well, like the old Bill Parcells adage was, run it until you stop us. And if you're just going to keep on handing the ball Montgomery, and he's going to continue to get you big chunk yards plays, like 7 yards on that last one, run until they stop you. And I think that's what we're looking at here. 2nd and 3, so it was 7 yards. 2nd and 3 here for the Lions. Goff takes the snap, passes off to his right, and not much going over on that side. Rams sniffed that out real quick. So completed the pass, but it was for no gain, maybe a loss of a yard. Got a gain of a yard for Williams there. Okay. Maybe I missed that. Maybe my old eyes aren't as good as they used to be. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Rams 3, Lions nothing, but the Lions are driving. We're going to come back to a 3rd and 2 situation. Oh man, Fox is really pushing the Brady stuff. That's I'm on Twitter X, kind of scrolling, trying to see what's going on, and they just continually post this. Oh yeah, the Bears had a dynamic return touchdown as well, did they? I could have sworn the Cardinals had one too, didn't they? Oh no, they didn't have a return. The Bears didn't have a return touchdown. They had just a big return from it. I got to say, maybe one of the biggest surprise performances from what everybody was thinking was Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon, nobody really thought he was going to do much down there in Houston. They didn't think maybe that he had a lot left in the tank, since that's why Cincinnati let him go. But he had quite the game today for the Texans in their win against a tight win against the Colts, and that's a big divisional game against two teams that are probably going to be fighting for the divisional title. So the Texans getting that win in Indianapolis is a huge win for C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans there. Yes, I know, and I was making fun of the Chargers and Raiders fans fighting outside the stadium, but that was merely just continuing what the Raiders and Chargers were doing inside the stadium towards the end of the game. I mean, it is the Raiders. That's why we love them. That's why America loves the Raiders. Goff takes the snap here on 3rd down and 2, throws, and that is going to be incomplete. Lions looking for a flag. They will not get one for PI, pass interference. And a lot of the Lions look PISSED, as in fairly pissed. But Dan Campbell gonna Dan Campbell, and we got a 4th down attempt here. They're not leaving the field. Dan Campbell said, screw your field goals. You can keep your damn field goals. Hand it off to Montgomery, and that's going to be a 1st down. I was going to say, Montgomery's been working you this whole time anyway. Give it to him. See what happens. There you go. The Lions hand it off to Montgomery. Convert a 4th down and 2, and get a fresh set of downs and keep this drive going, keeping the hopes of a touchdown alive as we start this 2nd quarter. Hi, Ian from Australia. It's great to see you. Thank you for joining us here. Like, share, and subscribe. I imagine if you're commenting, you've already subscribed. Thank you so much for subscribing. Hello from New Jersey. Nice to see you. Goff takes a snap, throws it off to his left to his tight end, and that's going to be a big gain there. And a 1st down. Lions are really starting to drive here now. Great play action there from Goff. Laporta, amazing work there. I don't know why I didn't immediately call Laporta as soon as I knew the tight end. I didn't see the number clearly, so got a little of a tiny screen here. Bear with me, it's fine. Goff take the snap. Looks, throws off to his left. Stiff armed by Amon-Ra St. Brown. Ooh, and he gets hit sticked right at the 5. That's going to be 2nd and goal for the Lions from the 5-yard line. Great initial move and stiff arm to break away that, because that could have been for a loss. Gets to the 5 and then gets absolutely hit sticked by number 53 there. on the Rams. Big hit, but 5-yard gain. 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Lions setting up Goff under center. Hands it off to Montgomery, and he is going to lose some yardage. He's going to lose about 2 yards, because actually the line of scrimmage was on the 6, not the 5. So they called line of scrimmage on the 6, so that's a loss of 2 yards. 3rd and goal for the Lions after losing a couple yards on that last play. If they miss this, do you think they go for the field goal, or does Dan Campbell gamble and go for the end zone again? It's a good question. Shotgun for Goff. He has time in the pocket. Throws to the back of the end zone for Laporta, but that is incomplete. We have 4th and goal, but it does look like the offense is actually coming off the field, and they will settle for 3 points here. Just a little too far, being about 7 yards away from the end zone. And great effort by Laporta, trying to get a one-handed catch there, but was unable to bring it down. I mean, it was highly contested. It was high. He was getting hit while it was going down. There's a lot. There was a lot going on there. But Lions, field goal, kick is up. And it is good, 25-yard attempt. And that's going to be 3-3. All tied up here. So we had each team went 3-0 in their first drive, and each team has had a pretty good sustained drive on their second attempt, on their second drive, but both end in field goals after stalling out. So there we go. That's how we're going already here. We're in the second quarter here, and not a lot of touchdowns. I figured this game might be a little bit more. We might have a couple more points already. Again, maybe I'm hoping for more, because again, my earlier game that I streamed was the Giants and Vikings, and boy, did the Giants just not do a damn thing. And so, still kind of waiting for a good touchdown. I mean, the Vikings scored plenty of touchdowns against the Giants, but I don't count those because they were against the Giants. Like I said, I have the rule here, which is the same I know with a couple other streamers, Tom Grossi being one of them, that I will not open an alcoholic beverage until my team or one of the teams scores a touchdown. And watching the Giants game earlier today, I had my Giants 70s Hess glass ready to go to be filled with some beautiful, beautiful cider, so I could go ahead and get drunk and watch a great Giants game. Instead, I had to stay sober and watch an awful Giants game, which is maybe the worst way to watch a Giants game. But here we are. And that's what we got. So, thank you, Ian, once again for joining us from Australia. And who are you a fan of? Let me ask that. You a big fan of anybody down there in Australia, Ian? You follow the NFL down there? Who's your guys down there? I'm a big Magpies fan for the Aussie rules, if I may say so myself. As you go ahead and scroll the Twitter X here during this commercial break. Some news from the NFL. Cowboys tight end Jake Ferguson, who went down with a knee injury, as we saw earlier today in the Cowboys-Browns game, kind of got pulled on his leg and his knee, was worried that maybe he had torn something. It seems initial tests showed there is no ACL tear, so that's good news for the Cowboys and for Mr. Ferguson. X-rays are negative. MRIs will be coming tomorrow, though, to get a little clearer picture. Also, Addison for the Vikings seems to have avoided severe ankle injury. His ankle was rolled up during the Giants game, and he had to leave. He was out for the rest of the game. I believe that was sometime in the third quarter. And but it seems like he has avoided major injury as well. Dynamic kickoff. It sounds actually going to be returned. And that's going to get to about the 21.5 to 22-yard line there for the Rams. So, hey, we got our first kickoff return here on Sunday Night Football, at least. So it's not going to be all touchbacks. Thank God. like I said, if anything has been made clear in this first week of live, full speed NFL action, it's that having the touchback only go to the 30 and not to the 35 or 40 is really hindering the dynamic kickoff and what the NFL wanted to do, which was get more returns, because teams are still just willing to punch it out in the end zone. Nacua gets the handoff from Stafford on first down. He gets about 6 yards on the carry. On a bit of an end around, if you will. Second down for the Rams coming up here. 11:54 and counting down here in the second quarter. Yeah, Puca Nacua last year had 181 yards on 9 receptions against the Lions during the playoffs last year. Hell of a time. Stafford takes the snap, hands it off. That looks like that's going to be a first down, and it is indeed a first down for the Los Angeles Rams. So after those first 2 drives had stalled out with 3 and outs for both the Rams and the Lions, starting to get some movement of the ball, getting some first down conversions here. Stafford steps up to the line. Looks like he's changing the play. Play clock running down. We got 5 seconds left on the play clock. Nacua in motion to his left. Stafford getting rushed. Oh, that's a completed pass, I think. And that ball's down. Lions have it. The refs are going to call incomplete. I don't know about that. I thought he had control. If I'm the Lions, I might take a look at that. And Dan Campbell will. Dan Campbell's somebody, he'll take a chance. He'll take a chance and look if it's even close. But for now, it is an incomplete pass that they're calling it. 2nd and 10 for the Rams. The Rams have 80 total yards compared to the Lions of 55. Stafford in shotgun. It's getting loud in Detroit at the Ford Field Motordome. Stafford takes the snap, hands it off. Big run there from number 20, and that's going to be a Rams first down and more. Again, fresh set of downs for the Los Angeles Rams as they are, on this third drive of theirs, are moving it as efficiently as they did on their second drive. Again, the first drive, they went nothing but backwards. So that was unfortunate. Trips left. And we got a timeout from the Rams. Looks like maybe the clock was running down. So that is going to be the first timeout taken by the Rams. Looks like they were getting ready to do something there. But alas, must take a timeout. Daniel Jones getting abused by the fans as he left MetLife Stadium today. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of people doing that. Whether you think Daniel Jones is good or not, don't do that. Don't be an asshole. 1st and 10, Rams again. Stafford back to throw. Throws it over the middle. That's going to be caught by Nacua. He's fighting for some extra yardage, but does not get it. That looks to be about a 7-yard gain. I'll say. So it'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Rams. That's going to be inside Lions territory, I believe. They're on the Lions' head now. So I believe they crossed the 50. Just crossed the 50. I think his knee's down there, too. Anyway, 2nd and 3 for the Rams. Stafford is under center. Kupp in motion. Hands it off to Kupp. And he's going to get yardage. He's going to get about 6 yards on that. First down for the Rams. And they are again moving, controlling the ball, controlling the clock. 9:06 left in the second quarter here. And tick, 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 tick. That clock is running. Stafford and shotgun. Kupp in motion again, going to his left. Stafford takes the snap, looks to throw, steps up in the pocket, completes it to Nacua, who takes a bit of a shot, but gets about 6 yards on the completion. And we've got 2nd down again coming up for the Rams. Rams have been doing fairly well of converting before they even get to 3rd down. Getting a first down on 2nd down is helping them out a ton in this keeping the ball moving, grinding here against this Lions defense, who, again, their first series played well and made the Rams do nothing but go backwards. But the Rams have been moving the ball here, and they're going to get a first down again. As Williams carries the ball, and that's going to be, again, another first down. Hutchinson looking to get a blow off the field here. Mike LaFleur, the Rams offensive coordinator, so far putting together a pretty decent game plan, if we're going to be honest. Because the Rams have been just moving the ball. Last 2 drives, the Rams have looked very impressive. Very impressive. Lions defense looking for a stop here. So the Rams get 1st and 10 on their own 29, but almost picked by the Lions. Good tip away, and that's going to be 2nd and 10 now. The Rams on the Lions' 29-yard line, not their own. I don't know why I said that. It's on the Lions' 29. Ooh, good stretch out play to block that. That was going to go to Cooper. And if that got to Kupp had a pretty clear path there to pick up a lot of yardage, if not a touchdown. So 2nd and 10 from the 29-yard line. Stafford in shotgun takes the snap. He's looking to throw, getting rushed by that Lions front, and just throws it away after getting away from that rush. Seems like he might have gotten hit by Davenport. And we're going to have 3rd and 10 now. Lions defense kind of stiffening here. The Rams have their first 3rd down in a while that I can remember on this drive anyway. Stafford with a decent spin move just to get the hell out of the way and avoid the sack. Third and 10 for the Rams. Lions getting loud there, their fans, making the noise, as it were. Snap by Stafford, throws, caught by Nacua, but well short of the first down. That's going to be a gain of about 6. And Stafford comes up limping. He's walking it off, though, like a champ. It's going to be 4th and 4. Are they going to stay on the field? They're going to go for it? Are they going to do a little Dan Campbell magic themselves? Fourth and 4, Stafford in shotgun. Snap, back to throw, looks, throws, and incomplete, knocked away by the Lions defense. And turnover on downs, that drive, long drive, sustained drive from the Rams. ends up. No, oh, that was actually just dropped by Cup. That wasn't even knocked away. He had it in his hands and he dropped it. Oh, from this angle, it looked like the Lion defender might have knocked it off, knocked it away. But no, he just dropped it. Oh, my God. Cooper Kupp, usually so sure-handed. What a way to drop a pass like that. That's a way for your drive to come to an end like that. Such a promising drive. Now the Lions got an opportunity, though. Lions have an opportunity to get another sustained drive for themselves. I want to see what this audio is. Let's see. Oh, this is the sound of Daniel Jones leaving MetLife Stadium.
Hey, I need $1 million. I need $1 million. I need $1 million, Daniel. I need $1 million, Danny. I need $1 million. Give me a. You suck.
That's not going to help his confidence any. He did not play well. But see, here's the thing. If we're going to talk, like, the Giants did not play well at all today. Top to bottom. Coaching was terrible. Bad play calling from Dable. He made some really, really dumb play calls in certain spots and didn't put any of the players in the correct place to really succeed. The players didn't execute at all from Daniel Jones. The receivers dropped 6 passes today, I believe, so they didn't do anything either. Our defense gave up a 99.5-yard touchdown drive to Sam Amsi and Ghost Darnold and let the Vikings just absolutely murder us the whole game. Again, Daniel Jones had the pick 6 and then an interception in the end zone, which killed a possible scoring drive, first touchdown drive the Giants could have had. There was just, from top to bottom, from coaching to the players to everybody, nothing's working. And Joe Shane isn't working because he has not done anything to make this team better. He has not done any of the personnel moves to make this team better. If anything, this team has just continually made lateral moves, and it's been absolute garbage to see. So, I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I know it's week 1, and I know, it's a long way to go. But, I mean, the Giants were already on shaky ground with me, with the fans, with everybody else. And then this performance today has just blow it up. Just blow it all up. Goff takes the snap on first down. Throw complete and a big run from Williams. And that's a massive gain. Holy bejeebus. That's coming from the 22-yard line? So that's about a 40-yard gain on that play for the Detroit Lions, and they are in Rams territory on the 41-yard line of the Rams. 37-yard reception, so just short of 40. Goff back to throw over the middle. Big ball and well overthrown everybody, and that's incomplete, and we're going to have second down. So Lions getting a little feisty. Cat's getting a little meowy here. Jameson Williams, what a great run. Of course he's from Alabama. You're going to find great players in the NFL. A lot of times they're going to be from Alabama. Let's just face facts. 2nd and 10. Goff again checks it down to his running back. Who's that? That's Gibbs. That's Gibbs. And that's going to be a first down. Again, short little screen pass, kind of just checks it down, dumps it down off to his back, and let him do the work. And he did. Gets it for another first down. And they are now on the 26-yard line of the Rams, and they are moving the ball fairly well. Let's see if they can continue it and not stall out as they did in the last drive, or as the Rams did in their last drive either. 1st and 10, 5:07 left. Got a bit of an end around, a bit of a reverse here. Again, going to Jameson Williams, and that's going to be a first down. And Jameson Williams is staying down, and that's not good. 2 big plays. But he's down. Ooh, he took a helmet to the back of the calf. That's going to ouchie. That's an ouchie. And they're going to go to commercial break as he gets attended to as he's on the field. It looks like he might have also tweaked his right knee after his left calf took a helmet to it. So not great. Not great. As we go ahead and look around some of the other stuff today, I got to say probably one of the most impressive things of today so far of week 1 was Baker Mayfield. And I don't want to say I called it because I didn't even see this coming. But I was like, I think Baker and the Bucs, I think they have they're very good synergy, if we're going to use corporate terminology. Very good synergy. They're very simpatico. And I thought they had something. They were going to build on what they had last year. Again, they won the NFC South last year and beat the Eagles rather handily and were hanging with the Lions. And it came down to the last drive, and it was just that the great play by the Lions defense, pick off Baker there at the end to end and seal that victory for the Lions in the NFC divisional round. But it looked like the Buccaneers had their leader at quarterback and that they were going to put everything together. Some people didn't think that. Some people thought the Buccaneers were, I don't know. Now, granted, they did play Washington, so take that, how you will. If you want to say that Washington's clearly not one of the better teams, and they're not, and that's fine. But what Baker did today still, 4 touchdowns. He had like 148-point-something passer rating, 252 yards of pass, like ridiculous numbers. Absolutely ridiculous numbers. Let me see if I actually find what the actual numbers were for him. He was 24 for 30, 289 yards, so almost 300 yards. He was 12 yards short. 12 yards short? That sounds like you don't want to have that 12-yard chart. I've had plenty of charts in my day. You never want the 12-yard chart. That's a bad one. But 12 yards short of a 300-yard game and the 4 touchdowns. I'm all over the place. It's been a long day, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, and again, he had the I want to say what was his passer rating? I can't find the passer rating, but it was something like 142 point something. Like it was pretty high. So when you take that all into account, like Baker Mayfield, to me, I think had the most impressive opening Sunday of your quarterbacks, at least to what I saw so far. As quarterbacks, Jameson Williams standing on the sidelines, taking a drink of water, still got the helmet on, so promising. That's a promising sign for him that maybe he just took that helmet shot to the calf and was just a bit of an itchy. Just he'll get a little bone bruise or something, a little itchy, and he'll still be able to play and work there for the Lions. 4:53 left here in the second quarter. Dan Campbell's biting his nails on the sidelines. I didn't think Dan Campbell was really a nail-biting type, but maybe he is. I don't know. He's going to do what he's going to do. Anyway, 14-yard line is the current line of scrimmage. Goff is in shotgun. Hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs gets about 7.5 to 8 yards on the carry. And we're going to have second down and 2, second down and 3, something around that. Here for the Lions. Lions line up here, second and 2. Goff under center now. Laporta in motion, handoff to Gibbs. And he's going to get a yard. I guess that was long to it. Almost looks like 3 yards, but But there we go. Yeah, he got about 1.5 yards, so that's going to make it 3rd and 1 now for the Lions. And knowing Dan Campbell, this is going to be 4-down territory. I think that's fairly safe to assume at this point. They got Skipper in as the tackle eligible. Goff under center, hands it off to Gibbs. He bounces out to the outside, trying to get to the 1st down marker, and he does. He gets about 1 yard past it, and now it is 1st and goal from about the 4.5 yard line for the Lions. Currently a 7-play, 74-yard drive here for Detroit, as they're looking to go ahead and get a touchdown and take the lead. And Goff passes to, is that Laporta? No, that's right. And that is not going to get it done. Does not get to the end zone. We're going to have 2nd and goal. Second goal for Detroit here. 2:04, 2:03, 2:02, 2:01. We are going to go to the 2-minute warning with the Lions knocking on the door, looking to get 6 here against the Rams in a fairly low-scoring first half so far. Only 3-3 here between the Rams and the Lions. It started off kind of looking like it was going to be a defensive struggle as both teams went 3 and out. And then each team has kind of done well now on each of their successive drives. But the Rams only got a field goal. And then as they drove on their 3rd drive, they got a turnover on downs deep in Lions territory. The Lions, they had a good drive as well, converted a 4th down, but eventually went for the field goal. And now they're driving here, knocking on the doorstep here with 2nd and goal, going to be about 2nd goal from the 2, it looks like. So, some more news from around the NFL. This is from Tom Pelissero. The Buccaneers cornerback Bryce Hall suffered a dislocated right ankle and a fractured fibula in today's win, and he's going to be gone for a while, if not the whole season. Best wishes, best luck to their Bryce Hall, and hope he gets better and better soon. And this just coming out from Adam Schefter. Rams, Puca Nacua, questionable to return tonight due to an apparent knee injury, and that is a massive blow to the Rams and their offense. My great goodness goo. Googly moogly. That's not great. That's not great. You hope it's not anything serious. You certainly hope it's not anything like ACL related. Maybe it's just a bruised patella, in which he'd be able to heal it after a week or so. Like, hopefully it's not anything terrible. Because you don't want to see talent. You never want to see anybody hurt. You don't want to see talented people get hurt. You don't want to see you want to see the best players out there. That's the point of the NFL. 2nd and goal. Goff takes the snap, hands it off to Gibbs, and he is short. They're saying he's down at the half-inch line. They're saying he did not cross. The Rams are saying he fumbled the ball. But the refs are calling him down at the half-inch line. Let's see. He takes the hit. Still has control of the ball. Then he's down. That might be a touchdown. That might be a touchdown, actually. That might be a touchdown. I don't see his knee down or any joint or anything down. He has control of the ball, and he breaks the plane before his head touches, because if the helmet touches, that's down by contact. But when the helmet touches, the ball is across the line. I think that's a touchdown. I 100% think that's a touchdown. The Rams were saying to review it because they think they might have a fumble. I'm thinking review that because I think that's a touchdown. Offensive lineman Joe Noteboom for the Rams is also questionable to return with an ankle injury. My goodness. I think the Lions scored on that one. What do you think? If you want to share your thoughts, go ahead, subscribe, like, share, and subscribe, and go ahead and leave your comments there down in the YouTube chat. You can also look at all of our links down there. We have a Discord. You can go and hang out in there as well. We'd love to see everybody. We'd love to talk to everybody. That's a great time. Me and Jimbo love doing that. Of course, Jimbo's not on the stream tonight. Not feeling well. Best of luck to Jimbo. Hope you feel better, brother. We also have our links down there for the donation station. If you want to help us out here at Stay Tuned Sports. Also have our merch store down there. More stuff being added every day. I believe we have a Seahawks merch coming soon as well. But you have a lot of Eagle stuff down there. You got a lot of Giants, Jet stuff. So take a look at what you like down there. We got more stuff coming every day. And again, thank you so much for watching, for joining us here. And if you do like us, like, share, and subscribe. It really does help. We're trying to get closer to monetization and make this work. And with your help, it'll happen. Make sure you also hit that notification bell. We got all our shows coming up. Our countdown show on Tuesday. That's going to be our power ranking show. We have our main mothership podcast show on Wednesdays. The Stay Tuned Sports show. That's just its name. And then, of course, the Friday forecast, where me and Jimbo will pick the whole slate of weekend NFL games for Sunday and Monday. We'll do the Thursday night picks on the Wednesday main show. So, just so that you know. And they did reverse the call on the field. That's going to be a touchdown, baby. I told you. And now for the extra point. Oh, wait, I hit the wrong one. That's not 3. That's 9. And now the extra point is up, and now it's 10. Ha-ha! So 1:57 left after the 2-minute... well, no, because we had the 2-minute warning, and then they stopped for that, so yeah. But 1:57 left. We see where Nacua kind of dropped to catch the pass, but did he hurt his knee on the slide, or did he fall because he hurt his knee? I'm not sure. And Noteboom seemed to have had that ankle taped up anyway. It looks like he just kind of aggravated it. So 157, the Lions getting ready to kick off to the Rams here on the dynamic kickoff. Do we get a return on this one? Or does this one go straight out of the back of the end zone, as a majority of these have? And here's the kick. And that is kicked out of the back of the end zone, so that is pointless. And the Rams will take over at the 30-yard line. Watching Chris Collinsworth talk is a good thing. I don't have to listen to him. That's the one thing. And that's kind of why I do this. That's why I know a lot of people do this too, because maybe you don't like the play-by-play guys that you're particularly listening to or not. And so we're just kind of fun to hang around and listen to as we do this. Stafford takes the snap on the 30, hands it off, and that's going to be a gain of about 3 yards for the Rams. As the clock keeps ticking down towards halftime. $121, $120. Oh, Lions seem to have jumped off sides. That's going to be a free 5. Yep, it's offsides on the Lions. It's a free 5 yards, second down. Rams trying to get something going here, get down the field, hopefully get some points before halftime. The Lions, of course, trying to stop that from happening. 2nd and 1. After the false start penalty or the offsides penalty on the Lions defense. Nacua is back in the game. He's in motion. Rams hand it off, and that is going to be a first down. Williams with the carry. And the Rams take themselves their second timeout. Oh, wait, I thought they did. No, they didn't. Okay, they were just showing that they had the timeout remaining. So that's me. That's me. Rams still have 2 timeouts. They didn't take a timeout yet. I thought they said they took their timeout. 50 seconds left. 2nd and 10. Rams looking to get some points here before the end of the half. They're on their own 43.5-yard line. Stafford in shotgun. Kupp in motion to his left. Takes the snap. Back to throw. Getting rushed. Completes the pass, but only for a yard. That's to Robinson there. But there is, again, laundry because the refs love throwing those flags. Yeah, can't stop throwing those flags. They love having those flags out. We got a personal foul against the Lions. Aiden Hutchinson, he gets it for roughing the passer. Let's see if it was or if it was just nonsense, as some of these are. Some of them are legit, but these sometimes are not. Oh, they're gonna call that the low hit one because that one sucks so much. So that's the flag. He got tripped up, kind of got tripped into Stafford, hit him below the groin area into the thighs, and that's going to be the call all the time, no matter what. Even like when you touch the helmet like they did with Mahomes on Thursday, that's an automatic call. The refs know that easy. 1st and 10 for the Rams. Gets the pass off, and that is going to be a huge gain for the Rams. Who's that? Clarkinson? Whatever the hell his name is, I can't read it. Either way, big gain for the Rams. Parkinson, not Clarkinson. What's wrong with me? It's a P, not a C. Wait a minute. Oh, right, that sounds dirty. Anyway, Rams are well within field goal range now. So it looks like they will end up with some kind of points. They're now, you want to get a touchdown, I think, if you're the Rams, get it tied up here. Nacua is back on the bench. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for the Rams. Well, it's the Lions' 20-yard line, but the Rams have it on the Lions' 20-yard line. 37 seconds left. Stafford takes... Oh, Hutchinson couldn't get the sack. Stafford gets away. Completes the pass to Williams. It's going to be about a 9-yard gain. How did Hutchinson miss that sack? I have no idea. But now the Rams take their second timeout. He was kind of held a little bit. I'm surprised they didn't throw a flag on that one. But even still, if you're Hutchinson, man, you gotta be able to grab him. Rams have one timeout remaining since, again, that was their second timeout. 2nd and 2. From what? That would have to be the 2nd and 2 would have to be from the 12. And it is. Stafford in shotgun. Why does this look like it might be a run? Kupp in motion to the left again. Stafford back to throw. Throws it to Kupp. That's going to be a first down. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Rams. He gets out of bounds. Stops the clock. 26 seconds left. Rams looking to get the tying score here before halftime. The Rams love that motion. They love having either with Nacua, if he's on the field, or Kupp, somebody in motion. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line for the Rams. Stafford in shotgun again. And again, we've got motion on the Rams side. Kupp in motion again. Then goes back. Stafford back to throw. Looking, has time. Throws it to the back of the end zone. Over everybody. Kind of a safe throw, safe play. 2nd and goal. 21 seconds left here in the half. Sorry for the long pause. I was just checking to see if there's any more updates or news on Puca Nacua. He's just back on the bench from what we saw. Shotgun for Stafford. 2nd and goal. 21 seconds left. Takes the snap. Back to throw. Lions getting good pressure. Intercepted! Intercepted by the Lions in the end zone. And that kills the Rams scoring drive. They get no points before the half. They were looking to at least get 3, if not tie the game. They do not even get a chance for the field goal as Stafford throws a pick in the end zone. "15 seconds left. It's going to be 1st down for the Lions from the 20-yard line. I would imagine they would kneel on it and head into the half with a 10-3 lead, in which they will also be getting the ball first in the second half. Interesting first half here on Sunday Night Football. Stafford, man, you can't make that throw when you're trying to get back into this game. Oh, of course, what am I thinking? The Lions would kneel on the ball. Of course they're not. Goff is in shotgun, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, back to throw, has a sack coming up here, and blindside hit. That's going to be a sack, and that is going to end the half as the clock goes 4, 3, 2, 1. And we have reached halftime here on Sunday Night Football. The Detroit Lions leading 10-3 over the Rams. The Rams had a chance there at the end to try to get a game-tying touchdown and extra point, or if anything else, at least get a field goal to get a little bit closer. Instead, Stafford throws a pick, and we head to halftime. The Lions will be getting the second half kickoff. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! If you're a Lions fan, that's unfortunate. I mean, if you're a Rams fan, that's unfortunate. If you're a Lions fan, you're excited. You're ready to go. That's exactly what you want. You have a 7-point lead, ball first in the second half. You have a chance to really now extend that lead when you come back out and really try to put your neck on the throats of the Rams. And that's what you kind of want to do, especially if Puca Nacua is not fully available in the second half. That's kind of what you want to do. So we'll see what happens here in the second half. As for right now, I'm going to take a little bit of halftime break. I'll be right back. We'll be back for the second half of Sunday Night Football right here on Stay Tuned Sports. Stay tuned. And we are back here after halftime, third quarter, getting ready to start here in Detroit. Detroit currently has a 10-3 lead on the Rams. The Rams driving down, had second and goal. And Matt Stafford threw a pick in the end zone, killing the Rams' ability to even get 3 points, let alone the 7. They were looking to hope to tie the game up. And now the Lions get the ball first here in the third quarter, in the second half, with a chance now to build upon their lead. Interested to see how this goes. I want to thank everybody for joining us here on the NFL on Stay Tuned Sports. I'm your boy King, hanging out with you. Jimbo, unfortunately, under the weather, not being able to join us today, earlier for the Giants game, which might have been best. It might have made him sick, because it certainly made me sick. Or for this evening. Dynamic kickoff is not that dynamic and is another touchback. As we see Dan Campbell speaking on the sidelines there to Melissa Stark. First play from scrimmage is going to be a run from Montgomery. It's going to be about, a 2-yard gain there. So we're going to have second down and 8. I would guesstimate. I would say, hey, second and 8. Look at that. Eyes, peepers. Not that bad, folks. They're bad, but not that bad. Actually, I'm legally blind without these glasses, so it's pretty bad. Second and 8. Stafford, again, hands off to Montgomery, and he's going to get a gain of about 3 yards on that one. Depending, they might give him an extra one on 4, depending on forward progress, but I'd say it's going to be about 3, so it's going to be 3rd and 5, roughly, or a long 4. 3rd and 5 or 3rd and long 4, I would say. Long 4, by the way, was my nickname in high school, apparently. I was unaware of that until later on in life. Who knew? But here we are. It is 3rd and a long 4 here for the Lions. Stafford and shotgun. Not Stafford. Goff. I'm getting it. Everybody used to be on everybody else's team. I got everything mixed up. Goff throws. That is going to be an incomplete pass. Hit as he caught it. That's going to be dropped, so it's going to be 4th and 4. And the Lions got the ball first. We're hoping to get maybe some points, extend their lead to start here in the second half. But that will not be the case. The Rams defense holds them in their own territory, and they will have to punt. 3 and out. Not great. If you're the Detroit Lions. Or a Detroit Lions fan. Which you are, by the way. If you are, thank you for watching and watching the game here with us. If you like us, like, share, and subscribe. If you subscribe, you're able to go ahead and... Oh, my God. The punt hit at like the 1.5 yard line, bounced back into bounds. Took like a Lions bounce to keep it back inside, and the Lions coverage team knocked it back into the end zone. Like a dork. Trying to be cool. And he was going to slide into the... why are you... What a dipshit. That's a dippy shit move there. So the Rams will get it on to 20 after that bad special teams play from the Lions coverage team. As we look around the league, of course, some of the scores from earlier today. Buffalo came all the way back and defeated Arizona 34-28 up in Orchard Park after Arizona had a huge lead to begin that game. Buffalo came storming all the way back. Arizona, they got a dynamic kickoff touchdown return, believe it or not, but still not enough to overtake and beat the Bills. Miami comes all the way back against Jacksonville. Again, Jacksonville had a lead on Miami, but Miami's able to go ahead and get the last second field goal to walk it off and win in week 1 against Jacksonville, in which Tyreek Hill was detained and thrown to the ground before the game trying to enter the stadium. Last I saw was one of the officers involved is on administrative duty for the time being, so we'll see how that turns out. Apparently, the police learned nothing from the Scotty Scheffler situation, and it shows. Pittsburgh beats Atlanta without scoring a touchdown, 18-10, 6 field goals from Bosworth. Atlanta and Kirk Cousins' debut did not go as planned as they lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tennessee, again, they had a lead on Chicago. Chicago with rookie quarterback Caleb Williams making his first NFL start, but Chicago comes back and they win in their home opener in their first game, Caleb Williams' first NFL game, 24-17. Houston beats Indianapolis in a great squeaker there, 29-27 at the Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Great game. Came down to the wire. Fun game to watch. Not so fun game to watch was New Orleans 47-10 over Carolina. I do feel bad for Carolina fans, even though I'm a Giants fan and we suck. That's a different level, and I do feel bad for Panthers fans. If you don't, something's wrong with you. 1st and 10, Rams snap the ball. That's going to be a handoff to Williams, and that's not going to get yards. In fact, it's going to lose a yard. So it's going to be 2nd down and 11 here. Puca Nacua is now on the cart. Looks like he tried to come out and warm up and do something, but he had to take the cart back. So whatever the knee problem is still pretty bad. Or is that for halftime they did that? Either way, he had the knee and was questionable. He came back and played a down or two there at the end of the first half. But now it appears as he is officially out for the rest of the game. Not great for the Rams in week 1. 2nd and 11, Stafford throws. That's going to be a 1-yard gain and then immediately stopped. Johnson with the reception. And Arnold with the tackle there for the Lions. We're going to have 3rd down and 9 coming up for the Rams. Aiden Hutchinson is a problem. My man is the next J.J. Watt. And I say that fully knowing that T.J. Watt is in the league and had a great game for the Steelers. Had a walk-off sack in the game today against the Falcons. Stafford almost throws another jersey's coming out a little bit. Another interception on 3rd down. It is now 4th and 10, and the Rams go 3 and out and are going to have to punt the ball right back to the Detroit Lions. So the third quarter starting very much like the first quarter started. Both teams trading 3 and outs. The punt is away for the Rams. That is going to be caught, and it's returnable for the Lions. Keeps his feet, gets a return of about 3 yards until he is tackled, brought down at the 45-yard line. And that's where the Lions will start their second drive of... Oh, there we go. There we go. We'll start their second drive of the second half. As we watch Peyton Manning painting for some reason here on NBC. Also today, I don't know if I need to reiterate this as I was going through the scores, but the Giants lose 28-6. Yeah, it was a 22-point loss for the Giants today, and nothing went right. No touchdown scored. Daniel Jones looked bad. Our receivers looked bad, except for Malik Neighbors. He did play and had some incredible catches, but 6 drops for the Giants today. The defense gave up a 99.5-yard touchdown drive. Just not great. 1st and 10, handoff to Montgomery for the Lions, and he's going to get about... How many yards he get on that one? 5 yards? Yeah, 5 yards. Good call. I'm good. And by the way, the Lions had it at the 40, not 45. That was my mistake. So we're going to have 2nd and 5 here now from just inside the Lions 45, near the 46. Laporta in motion. Goff fakes the handoff to Montgomery. Looks to throw. Throws to Montgomery, who catches the ball. He's saying he wasn't down. Oh, the ref's saying he was down. If he was down, it's a 2-yard gain. If he wasn't down, it's a 4-yard gain. Well, it looks like they're going to say he was down. Again, if you like us and want to share your thoughts with us in the chat, go ahead and subscribe, like, share, and subscribe. Once you subscribe, you're able to join us in the chat here and share your thoughts on the evening. How did your team do? What do you think the season looks like so far? What are your best performances, worst performances of the week so far? Let us all know down there in the chat. Goff, back to throw. Big ball on 3rd and 3. Wide open, caught, touchdown. But there is a flag. Jameson Williams caught that. That is a touchdown as it stands right now, but there is a flag, so we're going to wait on the touchdown call as he does the wild cowboy dance, riding that pony, feeling the flow, feeling the flow. Refs are discussing it. We're going to find out what it is. Illegal contact on the defense, so that penalty is declined, and ladies and gentlemen, you got yourself a Detroit Lions touchdown there. And just like that, Goff with the big strike. The Rams were hoping to beat Goff tonight, but it doesn't look like they're going to be beating Goff tonight. (16-3) pending the extra point. Extra point kick is up, and that's going to be good. So that's going to be a 17-3 lead for the Detroit Lions. So it took until the second drive for them to get the score they were hoping for on their first drive to start the half. But results are the same. Detroit up by 13. Sorry, up by 14. As I have lost the ability to count. It's been a long day. Got up early. As you'd imagine, listen. I don't know about anybody. This is much like a holiday, and I think anybody out there who loves football sees it as such. This is a holiday, and we love it, and it's fun, and it's almost like Christmas. As a kid for Christmas, you have a hard time sleeping. I didn't get to sleep until about 2:00 this morning because I was excited because football's here, baby. Football's coming. And here we are. Football's here. Excited for it. And so I didn't get to bed until about 2. I woke up around 8:30 to start getting ready, have a breakfast, make some nice coffee, get ready for the day. Got my Giants gear on, was set, ready for have a good football Sunday. Then, of course, the Giants fucking ruined it, as always. But it's still football, and it's still here. That's why I'm here with you, and we're going to be sharing this with you all season long. Again, tomorrow night, we're going to be watching the New York Jets, you and I together. Of course, Jimbo's not going to be here. He's got responsibilities, so, like a job. I don't have to worry about that. Not that I don't have to worry about it. I do worry about it because I'm poor as hell. Which, by the way, donation station link down in the links below here if you want to go and help us out. Also, our merch store, that helps out as well. It's kind of like donating, except you kind of get something in the end. So you get something and we get something, and it's great. And can help us out getting new stuff like this microphone I have. I bought this, and I say this story all the time, but I bought this almost 9 years ago now. For like $30. I think it's a Fifine. Like, it's one of those real garbage mics. I don't know if you can tell with the quality of the voice here, and it's not great. It's not great, and I could do better. You can help us do better and help us get better equipment and do better things here on the channel. Again, donation button down there, merch button down there, Discord button is down there. All the fun links and everything are down below. In a little doodly-doo there. Also, if you, like I said, if you want to join us in the chat, All you have to do is subscribe. You can like and share and subscribe us as all the other YouTubers say. Like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. And that would be great. But if you subscribe, you're able to go ahead and join the chat. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you think of this, what we got going on here. Tell us what you think of week 1 of the NFL. How did your team do? What did you think of your team's performance? Who do you think had the best performance out of all the teams in week 1? Me personally, I got to tell you, Baker Mayfield right now looks great. And I know it's week 1, and I know he played the Washington football team of Redskin Commanders, so not exactly top flight competition, if you will, but looked good. Sam Darnold also looked very good for the Minnesota Vikings. Again, not top-notch competition in the Giants, but you'd figure that maybe he would do better, and he doesn't. First down for the Rams after a touchback. Stafford shovels the pass off there to Williams, and he loses 2 yards. This is almost how they started the last drive they had. So, actually loses 3 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 13 for the Rams now from the 27-yard line. Things not clicking for the Rams. Losing Puca Nacua is a big loss. And again, he was questionable before. He tried coming back for a couple plays towards the end of the first half. Apparently could not go and is now officially out for the rest of the game here for the Rams. Handoff to Williams. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage here. And it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Rams. So another 3rd and long coming up for the Los Angeles Rams. Rams having a lot of offensive line problems. There's a couple suspensions, a couple of inactives, and of course, Noteboom is out with his ankle injury. Stafford runs up to change the play. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Trying to get the snap off. 2-1. We've hit zeros. He gets it off. No call. And that's going to be caught by Cooper Kupp for a first down and 3 yards more. So whatever Stafford saw was a good change of the play, good audible. Cooper Kupp gets the ball, gets the first down, and the Rams keep this drive alive as they go ahead and march further down the field, trying to go ahead and get back into this game. They are currently down 2 touchdowns, 14 points, as the score is 17-3. The Detroit Lions. As we have another new subscriber. Nice. Thank you for joining us here at Stay Tuned Sports. It's great to have you aboard. Thank you so very much. Again, every subscriber helps, and you're doing just wonderful work, and it's great to see you here. TrainTuber 501 ELS, great to have you here. Thank you so much. And the Rams get another first down here, as it looks like they're going to be relying heavily on Cooper Kupp. Again, Cooper Kupp in motion. They love having these motion plays. Cooper Kupp breaks it off. Pretty decent yardage here too. He gets about a 10-yard, 12-yard gain past that, so it's about a 20-yard gain overall. They are now in Lions territory at the 36-yard line of the Detroit Lions. Stafford, play action. Throws out to Johnson, but he's going to get stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and that is going to be 2nd down and 10 now coming up for Stafford and the Rams as they go ahead and try to get things moving here, get things going, get back into this game. Sean McVay trying to call the right plays, unlike Brian Daboll today, who called basically every wrong play you could for the New York Giants, which I'm still a little steamed about. But that's a different discussion for a different day. And what do we got here on 2nd and 10? Big run by Williams. He's going to get about 5 to 6 yards on that carry. And yeah, ELS, I do feel for you when it comes to your Packers losing to the Eagles. Again, I felt that loss really hard too because of, first of all, it's the Eagles. Second of all, Saquon got a hat trick of touchdowns. Not great. But I'll say this. At least the injury's not as bad to Love as everybody had first thought. 3rd and 4 here for the Rams. needing to convert inside Rams territory. They hand it off to Williams, and he is not going to get close. He's going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage. The fact that it's just an MCL sprain, that there's not an ACL tear, there's not a big major tear, there's not anything that bad, and where they're saying on the optimistic side 2 to 4 weeks, and it seems to be that's what they're pushing is the 2 to 4 weeks. So it seems like it might not be as bad as a sprain as we all thought. So I mean, as far as it's bad that he's injured, but it's the best news you could hope for, even with a bad injury. Rams going for it on 4th and 3. Stafford is in shotgun, takes the snap, throws, and that's going to be caught. And the Rams are going to convert that 4th down play there down to the 15-yard line, and they keep the drive alive. So all things considered, like if Jordan Love had like torn an ACL, like if he was out for the year, then you're talking about maybe the season's done. Like maybe whoops, this is just not the time for the Packers. But the season's not lost. You know, and that's the thing is your season's still alive. You still have a chance to fight to make the playoffs, to do to make those. Having the Bears win, having the Vikings win, and if the Lions win here, that's not going to be a great start, being the only team in the North with a loss. So I mean, that's again, it's always bad to lose. It's always bad to have your starting quarterback and future of the franchise injured. But I think still, with all things considered, it could have been a whole hell of a lot worse. I don't even know what to like. Is it Jalen Carter's fault for kind of rolling up on his ankle and leg and knee and all of that? Is it the field's fault? Because everybody was slipping on that field. Like, and that was the problem too. Every time Jordan Love went back to pass, he'd try to step back and he'd slip every single time, to where he was like throwing off his back foot most of the game. And I think if you saw, most of the bad throws he had were off his back foot, and after he slipped trying to get that plant leg when he was getting ready to throw. So I think a little column A, a little column B when it comes to where to ascribe the blame for Jordan Love's injury. But again, could have been worse. We're glad it's not. And he should be back, hopefully, just in a couple weeks. And now that's the question, too, is what happens with Malik Willis? How is this going to go? Because he wasn't really turning that many heads in Tennessee, to the point where obviously they traded him to be a backup for you guys. And so he's very fairly new there in Green Bay. New system, new playbook, and all that kind of stuff. Again, he's been there for a couple weeks now. But now for him to come in and be the guy for the next 2 to 4 weeks or so, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. Who are the Packers? What is their upcoming schedule here? Let's take a look. What do the Packers have as far as their schedule goes? All right, let's take a look. You got the Colts coming up next week, so that's gonna be, at least you're at Lambeau. But the Colts did look good today, and Anthony Richardson did look good. Then you get the Titans, which now all of a sudden becomes a Malik Willis revenge game. That'd be pretty neat. 1st and 10 for the Lions from the 15. For the Rams, I'm sorry, at the Lions 15. I'll keep on screwing that up. Got a couple yard gain there for the Rams. Going to be 2nd down. Oh, only a yard gain. 2nd and 9. 4:36 left here in the third quarter. From the 14-yard line for the Rams. Play clock clicking down. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Everybody's in motion. They love that motion. It's going to be a handoff to Williams, and he's going to get about 2 yards. So another big third down for the Rams on this drive. Do they settle for a field goal? Will they go for it on fourth? They already went for a fourth down earlier in the first half, missed it, turned over on downs. Do you go for it here? Do you go for a field goal if you don't get this? Got to get to the 5 for a first down or to the end zone, clearly. Stafford and shotgun. Play clock down to 5. Takes the snap. Step backs to throw into the end zone, but overthrows everybody. But there is a flag, and it appears that that's going to be pass interference if the reactions are anything to go by, and that could be down to the 1 yard line then because it's in the end zone. As the Stripes discuss this and try to see what the hell is going on here, let's see. They are going to call pass interference, and it is going to be against the Lions. And that's going to be an automatic first down at the 1. Kind of like almost a face mask. Well, either way, by penalty or not, they converted on that third down, and it's first and goal for the Rams. Actually, they called the pass interference there on it too, so. Stafford under center, not in shotgun. Cup in motion. Handoff to Williams, and he's going to break through, and he's going to get a touchdown. The Rams have converted. They get a touchdown back. Only 17 points, and you have Cup. Well, Cup has been working it in this game. So you might get the points just for him. And honestly, having McCaffrey as your backup, as it were, for Monday night as your safety valve to try to make up that 17.5 points, that's I would feel comfortable if I was you having that. That sounds pretty good to me. Rams going here for the extra point. It is up, and it is good, and it is now 17-10. The Detroit Lions still have a touchdown lead here over the Rams in the third quarter here on Sunday Night Football. Again, I want to thank everybody here for joining us this evening for beautiful Sunday Night Football. Again, earlier today, I live streamed on the Giants-Vikings game, which wasn't great. And, of course, earlier in the week, we did live stream the Chiefs and Ravens game, and we also did live stream the Packers and Eagles game, which might have helped you out there, ELS, as we were watching that game. Me and my broadcast partner, Jimbo, who is not with us this evening, was feeling under the weather. So, but that was... so we're going to be doing this, and again, I will be back tomorrow night for the Jets and 49ers game, in which your boy McCaffrey might get you your fantasy victory for week 1, which is always a good way to start off fantasy football. I didn't join a fantasy football team this year, which is surprising. Of course, for about 26 straight years I have, but this year I don't know what happened. I think I got too busy with things and it just slipped my mind. I do have a picks league that I'm a part of, in which I'm getting absolutely destroyed in, which usually happens in week 1 because I just picked everybody wrong. I listen. I was talking up Daniel Jones, and again, I have been a big supporter of Daniel Jones. I thought he had a bad offensive line last year, and it got him injured. I thought, that in 2022 he played well enough to earn that contract that he got and won us a playoff game and all those things. I was like, if you have the pieces around him, if you have good coaching, that was Daboll's first year. I was like, see what happens if there's good things around him, good things can happen. But overall, I think from top to bottom, the Giants need to be blown up. Just burn it all down. From Shane to Daboll to everybody. Daboll's play calling today was atrocious. Was absolutely atrocious. Joe Shane has done nothing to build up this roster, nothing to put the right pieces together, nothing to get even any good pieces together. It's just been a miss after miss after miss after miss after miss. Hoping to see some progress from Daniel Jones. Instead, we've seen regression. Like I said, our defense, which I thought was going to be good, gave up a 99.5-yard touchdown drive today. And at times, especially our defensive secondary was bad. So overall, it's going to be a really, really, really long season here watching the Giants. I forgot to change the possession football. Whoops. All right. Well, there we go. And it's the Lions Bowl again, so that's fine. 20-team finish, those are nice, but those drafts are murder. Because once you start getting into the later rounds, you're digging bottom of the barrel for some players. You know what I mean? Like I used to be in some real big leagues, and they were keeper leagues too. But when you get those big size leagues, man, towards the later part of that draft, man, you are digging deep. You're digging deep. 1st and 10 for the Lions on their drive from the 30-yard line. Stafford's able to get it off to Gibbs and gets about a 2-yard gain. 3:20 left here in the third quarter. Rams trailing the Lions 17-10. Yeah, no, the draft is long. That's those drafts that you get like that are hours long, and then by the end of it, you're trying to find anybody that might have had the most minimal amount of fantasy points at any point in the league last year or anything. Like it gets rough. It gets rough in those drafts. 2nd down for the Lions, and what do they get? About a 2-3 yard gain on that run. About 3. So we have 3rd and 5 now here for the Lions, trying to go ahead and get this conversion, or they're going to have to punt. They're on their 35-yard line. Stafford in shotgun. He's got Gibbs off to his left. Williams in motion. Play clock down to 3, 2, 1. They get the snap off. Goff back to throw. Pressure from the Rams. Pass is complete, but it is short of the first down pass to Laporta. But that is going to be about 1.5 yards to 2 yards short. That's going to be 4th down, and the Lions are going to be forced to punt. And all of a sudden, this game has a chance to get real interesting. As the Rams are now only down a touchdown, they're getting the ball back. And they can go ahead and tie this game if they get a touchdown drive here on this next possession. The punt is away. And the ball bounces. What are you doing? I don't know what the hell that Rams returner was thinking. That ball was bouncing, staying on the ground, not going anywhere, and then he tries to jump on it. For what reason? Only anything can go wrong there. There's no positive you get from that. You're not going to gain any yardage. You're not going to do anything. You're just jumping on it as if it's a fumble. What? I don't understand. I don't understand what happened. I don't understand what the Rams retain the ball, but I am flabbergasted by how that happened. Let's take a look. Yeah, ELS. Let's see. Your starting lineup is Mahomes at quarterback. Not bad. McCaffrey. Not bad. Pollard. Not bad. Dobbs had a great game in that Brazil game. I think so anyway. At least from my vantage point. Dalton Schultz. Not bad for a tight end. Cooper Kupp. That's a good one. And McPherson as your kicker for Cincinnati. Not bad, but man, Cincinnati. Again, I know they're off to slow starts normally for these last couple of years, especially since Burrow's been there. They're kind of notorious for having a slow start and then picking up as the season goes on and getting good runs and getting into the playoffs. But part of me wants to say, like, why? I don't understand why that's always seems to be the Bengals' MO. But when you have New England, who is legitimately, a lot of people think, maybe the worst team in the NFL this year, outside of maybe Carolina, And not only do you let them come to your house, but beat you. I'm still flabbergasted. That's one of the biggest surprises, if not the biggest surprise, I think, of week 1, is the Patriots actually going to Cincinnati and winning. And I think if you're Cincinnati, you have to sit and wonder, like, what the hell's going on? And is this just a case of another slow start where you got to dig yourself out of the hole? And if so, man, you gotta stop doing that. You gotta stop doing that. And unfortunately for you, that means McPherson's not going to get a lot of points as of now for you. So you got to hope that Joe Burrow and the Bengals wake up a little bit, able to get more scoring drives put together, so that McPherson can go ahead and get some points for you. Because right now, not that great. I'll say there was a lot of surprise. Like Arizona, I know Buffalo's not as great as they have been in the past, but still, letting Arizona almost beat you and leading you for a large chunk of this game was a bit surprising to me. 1st and 10 for the Rams from their 16-yard line, handed off, and that's going to be a 3-yard loss. On that carry, the Lions instantly in the backfield and gets them to stop. So it's going to be 2nd and 13 here for the Rams. Let's see, who's your back? Ooh, boy, what a day to have Mayfield on a bench. Dude. Baker Mayfield cooked today. He was bacon. The Baker was bacon. What an impressive performance from Baker Mayfield today. 55 seconds left here in the third quarter. Rams, 2nd and 13. Stafford with the snap. Throws. That's completed, and he's got open grass or turf in front of him, and he's going. He's past the 50, to the 40, to the 30. Lions cannot get him down, and he's finally taken down at the Lions' 22-yard line. Massive play from the Rams. Johnson with the massive yards after catch. Lions could not bring him down. Couple of stiff arms, and look at it, just did a little spin move, okey-doked him, and gone. And listen, nobody can fault you there, ELS, for starting Mahomes over Baker. I don't think anybody could be, faulted for that, especially going into week 1. But Baker certainly put everybody on notice this week, I think. Baker had a hell of a game. What was it? 287 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 142.3 passer rating, so nearly perfect passer rating. And again, I know, it's Washington football team of Redskin Commanders, so not exactly top flight competition, but still pretty good. And again, I think we'll see. I think it'll be better to judge as we get a couple games into the season how these guys really are. Are the guys who had big performances as good as we think they are? Or some of the teams that had some of the bad performances as bad as we think they are? I think the Giants are as bad as we think they are, unfortunately, as much as I would hope not. I don't know about the Browns. I really don't think the Browns are as bad as what we saw today. But the Browns were pretty bad today against the Cowboys. Are the Buccaneers as good as they looked against Washington? I think the Buccaneers are a good team. I think they're one of the better teams. I think they're certainly a top 12 team. I have them in my top 12 power rankings or in the preseason. And they're definitely going to be moving up in those rankings. In fact, I have those rankings here. Let me pop those up here. 67.2 points in fantasy. My God. Man, if you started him, you wouldn't have to worry about what McCaffrey or Kupp were doing. But this was my preseason top 12 power rankings that I had. I had the Chiefs on the top. I think that was clear. 49ers are playing tomorrow, so we'll see how they go. The Ravens, of course, lost, but it was close enough. I'm not going to drop them too far, if at all, depending on how things go. Jets, of course, play on Monday night as well. The Packers, Again, are they going to drop? Probably, but I'm probably not going to drop them too much because, again, it was a good game. They played well. There were some missed opportunities and some sloppy play, but it's not like the Eagles completely outplayed them because the Eagles had some problems as well. I had the Texans at 6, and they played well. I don't know if they're going to move too far up or down. We'll see how it goes because that was a really good close game they played against the Colts. The Colts might pop into the top 12 even with the loss. They played well. Lions, of course, playing now. Eagles, they're going to get probably a little bit of a bump up because of the win against your Packers, unfortunately. Bengals, they're dropping. The Dolphins, big comeback win. We'll see if they're going to stay the same or move up. Browns, they're gone. They're out of here for now. And the Buccaneers I had at 12 to start. I think they're definitely shooting up these power rankings for this week. 1st and 10 for the Rams from the 23-yard line is where they had it marked off. That's going to be Cooper Kupp with the catch. You got to hope that Cooper Kupp goes ahead and gets some more yardage here. Maybe get a touchdown here for you. You may not have to worry about McCaffrey tomorrow night. We'll see. If you have Kupp in fantasy, he maybe gets a touchdown here. If you're only down 17 something, we'll see. We'll see how I'm not sure how you told me how many points you got there in fantasy. Not sure how the points work for the receptions or touchdowns or everything, but we'll see. 2nd and 5 now for the Rams here at the start of the 4th quarter, which I got to go ahead and change the 4th quarter here because I have it as 3rd quarter. Stafford, big throw, pass. There's going to be a flag. It was knocked away, but it looks like they're going to call a pass interference here on the Lions, in which case that would be in the end zone, and that's going to give the Rams the ball at the 1, which means they're going to be right back into this. Let's see. They're saying he grabbed his hand. He never looked back at the ball. Yeah, that's going to be rough. So, yeah, there's the flag for the pass interference. He kind of, there was a couple. He kind of grabbed the inside of the collar to begin with and kind of turned him around. Then he grabbed his hand and arm, and he never looked back at the ball. So Rams ball at the 1-yard line, 1st and goal, looking to tie this game up. Stafford under center. Hands it off to, who is that, Williams? Johnson? Williams. Doesn't get in. Lions defense trying to keep the Rams out here. Trying to keep their lead, at least hold the Rams to maybe 3. That's tough defense there from the Lions. Second and goal coming up here for the Rams. 13:32 left here. 6 seconds on the play clock. Ticking down. 3, 2. They get it. Handoff on the end around, and that's going to get in for the touchdown. Rams score, and they are an extra point away from tying this game. But there is, hold on, laundry on the ground. The refs love throwing their dirty laundry on the ground. They've been doing it all week, all over the games, from Kansas City to Brazil. And that's going to be a holding on the Rams. That's a bad call. Oh, no, that's a face mask. It should be a 15-yard penalty. They're lucky they only called holding. That's a missed call. So not only was it a missed call, but they got so even when they throw the flags, they're still screwing up. 2nd and goal from the 11-yard line now for the Rams. Hand off to Williams. He's going to gain about 3 yards. Gets it to about the 8. And we're going to have 3rd and goal. 8 yards away from a possibly game-tying touchdown and extra point for the Rams. The question is, do they go for the field goal if they don't get this and just get it to 4 points? Or do they try to go for it on 4th down? and risk not making it, which they've already missed a fourth down conversion in this game. They've made one, but they've also missed one. 5 seconds on the play clock. Stafford takes the snap, throws it up into the end zone. That's looking all around. Another flag. Is this going to be another pass interference? Oh, no, this is going to be holding against the Rams. If you're the Lions, do you decline? I would decline this. I'd decline it. That's a good question. Amon-Ra St. Brown has kind of been very quiet in this game. And the Lions do decline that penalty. It is fourth down, decision time for the Rams. It's going to be 4th and goal from the 8-yard line. Do you go for it? Do you kick the field goal? They're bringing out their rookie, Carty. He's going to go ahead and attempt to make this a 4-point game. And that is, again, that is a very good question there, Skibbity. I don't know where the hell Amon. He's been very quiet in this game. Montgomery's been the workhorse for the Lions so far in this game offensively. He's been the main offensive weapon as far as that. They seem to be focusing more on the run game. The Lions are anyway, and it's been working. It seems to have been working. But here we go. 26-yard field goal attempt here for the rookie Carty. Here's the snap, hold, kick, up, good. And we got a 4-point game now. 13-17. Lions still in the lead, but the Rams are chipping away. 12:32 left in the game. Interesting week one, though. I'll say this. Interesting week one. It started off. I have liked everything for the Giants, except for the Giants game. Let's be honest. That was a tough slog to get through. But the Ravens game was good. The Ravens and Chiefs game, that was great. Came down to the last play and was just a toenail too long. I would have loved to have seen that because you saw that John Harbaugh was going to go for 2. As soon as he saw the touchdown was supposedly scored, he had his fingers up for 2. So if that touchdown had stood, we would have had a winner go home 2-point conversion at the end of the game in that opening night game on Thursday. That would have been great to see. But as it stands, it was still a great game. Came down to the end. A little sloppy, a lot of penalties because they were focusing on this whole new you have to have your helmet within the center's belt line fucking rule. So, is what it is. The Packers-Eagles game, again, kind of another sloppy game. The field was sloppy. The play was at times sloppy. Did not like seeing Saquon score 3 touchdowns, if we're being honest. Not great. Not a great watch for me, personally. And especially because the Eagles won. So not only was it the Eagles winning, but it was Saquon kind of putting his stamp on everything. Not great. And then, of course, Jordan Love getting injured. Not great. You never want to see that. Again, as we talked about a little bit earlier, the best scenario has happened. You know, he's unfortunately injured, but it's not a season-ending injury. So, best you could hope for in that situation. And he should be back in a couple of weeks. And then today, some really good, fun, interesting games. Like I said, that Texans-Colts game was a fun watch. Even some of the other the lesser games, like I think the Raiders-Chargers game was fun to watch. Cardinals-Bills was an interesting matchup, interesting game, and a comeback win. The Dolphins coming all the way back and walking off on a field goal to beat Jacksonville. Great game. Lots of fun games. The Browns getting their ass blown out in Cleveland. Not sure if that's a fun game to watch. Well, I mean, if you hate Deshaun Watson, maybe it was fun to watch, but it was not great. Listen, it's not just the Packers defense that has a problem with Saquon. Saquon is a good running back, a good to great running back. I think a lot of the problems that he had in New York he did have an injury bug, and that might still be with him. We'll see how the season progresses in Philly. Hopefully he doesn't get injured. As much as I hate seeing him with Philadelphia and hate seeing him do well in Philadelphia, you never want to wish injury on anybody. So I don't wish that. But it is something that he is known for. And I think the other problem that when he was with the Giants is that the Giants had no offensive line. So I think that's a problem. The Eagles have a good offensive line. Even with Kelsey gone, I think they still have a good offensive line. All right, the Lions, again, there was another dynamic touchback there. Lions have the ball at the 30. Snap, giving it to Gibbs on the run, and he gets nothing on that one. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Lions from the 30-yard line. 12:05 left here in the fourth quarter. Lions trying to put a drive here together, maybe eat some clock, get some points at the end of this drive. Try to ice this game a little bit. Not ice it, but somebody jumped early. Somebody jumped early. Somebody got a little over anxious. And that's going to cause listen, the refs are itching to throw these flags. They're like a cop with a gun and they see a dog. They're ready to go. And unfortunately, they gave him a reason for that one. That was a way early jump there for Detroit. So it's going to be 2nd and 15 now from the 25-yard line. Goff takes the snap, throws, completed the pass. That's going to get down to about the 34-yard line. So about a 9-yard gain. And it's going to be 3rd and 6 here for the Detroit Lions. And I think overall, again, the Packers defense didn't play poorly on Friday. You picked off not Jordan Love. Jordan Love was on the other side. Jalen Hurts 3 times, and honestly should have been 4 times. You dropped an easy pick there by Jair Alexander. Goff takes the snap, has to escape the pocket, and he gets the first down using his legs. Jared Goff, not known as the most athletic, sneaky athletic guy there apparently, as he goes ahead, gets 6 yards, actually gets 7 yards, gets the first down for the Lions, as the Lions fans in Detroit show their appreciation for the extra effort from their quarterback and their leader, Jared Goff. But yeah, I don't think the Packers defense was necessarily terrible in that game. I mean, you look at the points, it was, 31-26 or whatever the final score was. Something like that. So you look at a lot of points, but overall, I think the Packers defense played as well as you could. Pass here on first down. Big pass to Williams here for the Rams. For the Lions. Why do I keep on mixing that up? For the Lions, and they get a large chunk, and they seem to be now in Rams territory. And this is exactly what the Lions needed. Eat up some clock, eat up some time, get some yardage, change field position if nothing else, but also try to go and get some points here and make this game a little bit harder for the Rams to try to come back from. 1st and 10 now from the Rams' 32-yard line. Goff under center. Hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to get about 7 or 8 yards on that carry. Looks about 7. Detroit focusing heavy on the run here. So, yes, to Skibbity's question before about where Amon-Ra St. Brown is, apparently just not working in this game for some reason so far. The Lions have had a couple of big passes, but none really to him, and have been focusing mostly on the run game here. Well, anybody was better than Joe Barry as the Packers defensive coordinator. So, yes, again, like I said, despite what the score says, I think the Packers defense actually played pretty well. And we have a flag again, and that's going to be a false start. That's going to be on Ragnow there. Ragnow here on the Lions, and that's going to move him back. Give him a 2nd and 8 now. There we see Amon-Ra St. Brown in the hub. So he's there. Amon-Ra St. Brown is there, just not making really big impact so far in this game. 2nd and 8, 9:15 left here in the fourth quarter. Goff takes the snap, looks, throws over the middle, and that's intercepted. That is intercepted by the Rams. Yep, and the officials make it official. Goff tried to thread the needle, could not do it. And all of a sudden, with the Lions trying to put this game slightly more out of reach, instead, now the Rams have a chance. Good. Ooh, that's close. All turnovers are reviewed, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at this. Ooh, that might have touched the ground. That might have touched the ground. That's so close. And hence, it looks like he has his hand under it. It looks like Johnson has his hand under it. It does. But it also could. But there's not a clear enough, I think, view showing it hit the ground. And I think it needs to be clear and obvious is always what they say. Clear and obvious, clear and obvious, clear and obvious. That's that clear and obviously, I think that you can't say that. It might have touched the ground, but if you can't say it 100% touched the ground, got to go with call on the field. Big, huge turnover here. And that was a pass going to St. Brown, too. So trying to get Amon-Ra into the game, that angle looks like it might. Again, it's a might have. But if you can't be 1,000% sure. So Rams from their 20-yard line, pass to Kupp. He gets about 7.5 to 8 yards on that throw. It's going to be 2nd and 3, 2nd and 2, depending on where they exactly spot this. Cooper Kupp trying to rack up some fantasy points there for ELS in the chat and get him his victory before we even get to McCaffrey. But we'll see how the rest of this game goes. 2nd and 3, 8:42, 41, 40 left here in the fourth quarter. Stafford in shotgun. Got Williams behind him. Again, man in motion going to his right. Stafford back to pass. Throws. Gets it to Parkinson, his tight end. And that's going to be a gain of about 1? 2? About 2 yards. So it's 3rd and 1 now for the Rams. If I'm the Rams, hand this one off. Your running game hasn't been terrible in this game so far. Maybe not great, but you should. Listen, if you can't get 1 yard, you got a problem. It is a long one, though. Kupp in motion. Stafford. Back. Throws. Complete. And that's going to be a first down up near the 40, about 41-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the Rams as they continue to move the ball. Still in their territory, but they're creeping closer. And the clock is ticking. Stafford back, throws, complete the cut, but that is going to be for 0 yards. No gain. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up here. Is that a bit of a no look there from Stafford on that play 2 plays ago for the first down? Kind of looked like it. Kind of looked like it just from here. But again, bad eyes. What are you going to do? 2nd and 10. Under 7 minutes now here in the fourth quarter. Again, the Rams have just everybody in motion. Stafford takes the snap in shotgun, throws over the middle. That's going to be caught. Short of the first down, but it's going to be 3rd and 1 yet again here for the Rams. As they are eating up some clock, moving the ball. They are now in Lions territory on the 48.5-yard line. Have to get a half a yard for the first down. Handoff To Williams, he's gonna barely get over. But he does get over. That's going to be a first down. Fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 for the Rams from about the 47-yard line of the Lions. Now, again, the Rams need a touchdown. A field goal will not do. They are down 4 points, and this is not the USFL where you can go ahead and get the extra points for kicking field goals from a certain distance or whatever the hell they did. 5:48 in the game. 1st and 10. Stafford in shotgun. Kupp in motion. Again, going to his left. Stafford back. Throws. Big ball. Caught. And they're saying it's a catch by Kupp at the 27-yard line. First down, Rams. Let's see here. Catches. 1. Drags the foot. 2. That's a good catch. Hand off to Williams for the Rams. He gets 5 yards on that carry. And the Rams are moving. The Rams are moving. Yeah, that's a good catch. Cooper Kupp, hell of a catch there. Ball, foot down, drags. That's a good catch. Cooper Kupp putting in the work here in this latest drive for the Rams. With Puca Nacua, he's out with a knee injury. Suffered a knee injury early in the second quarter. Tried to come back towards the end of the half. Could not go. Ruled out the rest of the game. Stafford, trying to throw a pass, almost sacked in the backfield. Could not. Gets it away, though. And that's going to be caught, completed. And that's inside the 10-yard line now. That's going to be 1st and goal. The Rams are moving. That Goff turnover is coming up huge here right now. Nine plays, 71 yards. They've eaten up 4.5 minutes of clock. With 4.5 minutes left to go in the game. Kupp in motion. Snap. Stafford throws. That's going to be Kupp, and that's going to be a touchdown. And the Rams take the lead late in the 4th quarter. Oh, boy. We got a good one brewing here late, ladies and gentlemen, on this Sunday Night Football, the first Sunday Night Football game of 2024. Rams looking for the extra point. And snap, kick, hole, good. And there you go. It is now 20-17. The Rams do not have 120 points. They only have 20. Gosh, see, good to see. Kupp getting that touchdown. You are now only 0.2 points down, and you still say you have McCaffrey there working for you there, ELS. I'm going to tell you what, I think you might be good for a week 1 victory in your fantasy league. Unless something catastrophic happens with Christian McCaffrey. Or for some reason he doesn't play. Didn't they say he had some kind of nagging injury? But he seems like the kind of guy who's going to play anyway. So, especially Monday Night Football, especially against the Jets, it seems like something that he's going to play. So you should, yeah, I'm going to say you should be safe, but we'll see. Unless something catastrophic happens, I think you're good. I think you're good. And that's what I mean. When you said you had Cooper Kupp and Christian McCaffrey, I was like, you may not even need McCaffrey. Because Kupp has had himself a game tonight. And he's almost won the game for yourself. Oh, see? All right. You missed the fact that you had 2 more full points instead of just the points. So look at that. Like I said, you didn't even need McCaffrey. You didn't even need McCaffrey. You're fine. So, congratulations to you, AMS, for winning your first fantasy game of the year. That's one more win than the Giants have, and it may be one more win than the Giants have all year. Let's be honest. And certainly maybe one more win than the Panthers have, because, oh boy, do the Panthers just not look good. You talk about a team that is in complete disarray. You want to talk about a team that has taken over the dysfunctionality mantle from Dan Snyder and the Washington football team of Redskin Commanders. It is definitely the Carolina Panthers and David Tepper. Because, my goodness, again, I think none of us thought that the Panthers are going to be world beaters this year, but that was a bad performance today by the Panthers. But hey, at least the Panthers scored a touchdown. You know who didn't? New York Giants. Yeah, man. Yeah, take that win. Take that win as much as you can. You know, there's no such thing as a bad win. This ain't college. There ain't no style points in fantasy football. You win how you win, baby. You win how you win. That's all that matters. So we are getting late here into the fourth quarter. The Rams have just scored to take the lead over the home team, Detroit Lions. That is going to be another dynamic touchback. Lions are going to get the ball at the 30 and now needing to drive to at least get a field goal to tie and having to get a touchdown to win. Cooper Kupp, 18 targets tonight, 13 receptions, 105 yards and a touchdown. You did a good job starting him, that's for sure. Kupp with a hell of a night tonight. 4:30 left in the game. Lions starting on their own 30-yard line. Goff back to throw, completes. That's going to be a 5-yard gain to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Second down. Second and 5. 4:26. Only took about 4 seconds off the clock with that play. Rams defense hoping to put up another stop here. Another stop here probably will win the game. Goff under center. Play action. Throws to nobody in particular. And that's going to be 3rd and 5. Goff is getting up after being knocked on his keister by that Rams defense. Hey, ELS, you have yourself a great night. Get some good sleep. And thank you so much for joining and subscribing. You're a champ. You're a boss. Love you, man. 3rd and 5 now for Detroit. Again, needing to get to the 44 first down. Shotgun for Goff. Back. Looks. Throws. Picked off. No! Dropped by the Rams. He had the interception, but as he fell to the ground, he dropped the ball. That was the game for the Rams. Had it in his hands and just dropped it as he hit the ground. Did not complete the process of the catch. And now it is 4th and 5 for the Lions. They are going to punt. They still have all 3 of their timeouts. Actually, the Rams have all 3 of their timeouts. I don't know why I don't have it up here. Punt is away. Fair caught at the 10-yard line for the Rams. And that is where they will take over. Trying to ice the game away after trailing for most of the game. They had an early 3-0 lead. Then the Lions tied it 3-3. Then the Lions got a touchdown to take a 10-3 lead. Came out in the second half on their second drive, got a touchdown to take a 17-3 lead. And since then, the Rams have gotten a field goal, a touchdown, and a touchdown to go ahead and get a 20-17 lead over the Lions. And boy, oh boy, I'll tell you what, the primetime games, the main broadcast games that have been so far this week, we had the Chiefs-Ravens, great game, came down to the end. Eagles and Packers came down to the end. Unfortunately, like we saw, Jordan Love got hurt, but it came down to the end. It was a sloppy but entertaining game. I'll say that. I thought it was entertaining. And a lot of the games today, and some games you didn't think that would be, were very entertaining. Not the Giants game, but other games were entertaining. And now this game here, coming down here, we're coming down to the nitty-gritty. Exciting game. Rams come all the way back, take the lead, and could be upsetting the Detroit Lions at home in a year where many people have picked them as an NFC Super Bowl favorite. A contender, and if not a Super Bowl favorite. Like, some people have them even up there as the Super Bowl favorite in the NFC. We'll see. We'll see. Like, oh man, I still have my preseason top 10 up here. We don't need to see all that, because that's going to change massively for Tuesday, which is on the countdown, which you can go ahead and check out here. Obviously, thank you for subscribing. Hit that notification bell. You'll get notifications whenever we go ahead and get a new video up there. Like on Tuesdays, we're going to do the countdown, which is mine and Jimbo's power rankings, top 12. Wednesdays is the main program, the mothership show, Stay Tuned Sports. And then Friday is the Friday forecast, where me and Jimbo pick the Sunday and Monday night slates in the NFL. We're going to do the Thursday night picks on the main show here. 1st and 10, 4:10 left here in the game. Rams have the ball. Stafford in shotgun, takes the snap, back to throw, completes to who else but Cooper Kupp. Gets about a 5-yard gain. And we're going to be second down. 3:58, 3:57, 3:56. Clock ticking down. Tick, 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 tick for the Lions. They need to get a stop, and they need to get it quick here on this drive. You cannot let the Rams get a first down, or things are going to get a bit dicey. The Rams, of course, are going to try to bring this clock down as much as they can. Probably snap it with 2 or 1 or maybe even a 0 on that play clock. 5 seconds left on the play clock. 3:26 left on the game clock. Snap. Stafford in shotgun. Looks. Throws. That's going to be incomplete and almost intercepted by the Lions. That would have been huge. But instead, we get a 3rd and 5 for the Rams. Rams still looking to ice the game. The clock stops on that incomplete pass, which helps the Lions out immensely. It is, again, 3:20 left on the game clock. Stafford gets rolled up on his foot. Still in the game. I don't think anybody ever questioned Stafford's toughness. 7, 6, 5 on the play clock. 3rd and 5. Stafford in shotgun. Takes the snap. Back to throw. Lions with huge pressure, but the pass is completed past the first down marker. And that's going to be a fresh set of downs there for the Rams. And the clock keeps moving. Lions are in trouble. Defensive line tried their best. They got right into Stafford's face, knocked him down, but Stafford's able to get the pass away, complete it just a yard over the first down line, which is what you're looking for. A lot of teams don't do that. They'll throw the ball in front of the sticks. You have to get behind the sticks, and they never do that. But here we go. 2:36 left here in the game. Rams try running the ball, and he gets stopped 3 yards in the backfield. Gets nowhere. In fact, lose the yardage. Like I said, 3 yards in the background for Williams. And the Lions call their first timeout with 2:30 exactly on the clock. Lions need to stop the Rams. They need to get the ball back, and they need some time to work with. We're going to see how this goes. Don't forget, we still have the 2-minute warning there as well. So the Lions can stop the clock 3 more times. They have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 12 here for the Lions. I mean, for the Rams. Man, why do I keep on saying Lions? 2nd and 12 for the Rams. Stafford is in shotgun. Scott Williams off to his right. Takes the snap back to throw, but we have flags. We have some laundry, as the refs love to do. Throw in that laundry is all they want to do. But you were offsides. You jumped a little early. You got a little anxious. You got a little squirrely. And now your team is 5 yards back, and that really sucks. But now it's 2nd and 17, and the Lions might just blitz. So 2nd and 17 now from the Rams' own 15-yard line. Stafford again in shotgun. He's got Williams behind him. Hand off to Williams. He's going to run over to the left. And he's going to get about 2 yards on that play. So it's going to be, what, 3rd and 15? So 3rd and a long way here for the Rams. 2:26 left on the clock. And not only that, but he ran out of bounds, which stops the clock. So that actually helps the Lions out immensely. Actually, no, they get 3rd and 10. I'm sorry. I didn't think he gained that much yardage. I only think he got 2 yards, but apparently I was wrong. Whoops. Bad eyes. Don't blame me. I told you already. Bad eyes. Anyway, 3rd and 10, which is still long. 2:26. Stafford in shotgun. Cup in motion. Gets the snap off. Throws incomplete. That's going to stop the clock. That's going to be 4th down. No flags, surprisingly. We all know how the refs love to throw those flags. But not this time. You're going to have to punt it away. And the Lions will have a chance to not screw this up. Maybe. We'll see. But the Lions will have an opportunity to get down the field and at least tie, if not win the game with a touchdown. But the punt is away. Lions get the reception. Does not get much of a return. That's going to be about a 1-yard return for the Lions. 2:11 left in the game. Lions still have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Jared Goff, 16 game-winning drives in the 4th quarter or overtime. Lions got to put some work in here. They're on their 31-yard line. So not too much different as if they had taken a dynamic touchback. Got a handoff to Gibbs. Does a little shimmy, shimmy, shake, please. Gets about 4 or 5 yards. And that's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. It's coming down to the nitty-gritty here in the Motor City. Rams, 20-17 lead over the Lions after the Lions had a 17-3 lead on the Rams in the second half. Rams have come all the way back, looking to ice this game on defense. The Lions looking to get a drive together to at least, if not tie the game, win the game. Anything going on here on the old Twitter X? Trying to see here. Oh, a lot of people happy with the Cooper Cup stuff. Not just ELS, who was in the chat here earlier, who won him his fantasy. A lot of prop bets there on Cooper Cup hit, apparently. Congratulations to everybody who had a prop bet and hit it today. Nothing. The only thing better than having your team win on Football Sunday is you winning some money on Football Sunday. I've done neither. Giants have not won. In fact, we were nowhere close to winning. We didn't score a touchdown. I don't know if I've said this, but if anybody here is still here from earlier. But in the early game, I said I'm not going to drink an adult beverage until the Giants score a touchdown. Like that, until the Giants score a touchdown, then I can have it, and I'll have an adult beverage. I had my Giants 1970s Hess glass here, ready to go, to take my apple cider, my nice hard cider, which I do enjoy, especially here during the fall, during football season. And as you can see, it remains pristine, clean, and empty because the Giants did not score a touchdown at all today. Didn't get close. Well, we did get close, and then Daniel Jones threw an interception in the end zone. So what are you going to do? Not drink, apparently. I'm still stone sober. Did not have a beverage today at all. I was planning to hopefully get drunk. There's nothing worse than watching your team suck and be stone sober for it. I deserve it, though. It's the punishment I get for being a Giants fan. What do you think about it? Just what I get. Here we are, fresh out of the 2-minute warning. Lions take the snap. Goff, backs throw, complete to Laporta. Past the 50, but we have, of course, the laundry comes out from the refs. They said, guys, we want attention too. Don't you know it's all about us? This is why people watch the games. They want to watch us all the ways that we can throw the flags. Yeah, they want to watch us throw some flags. That's going to be unnecessary roughness. Helmet-to-helmet hit on Kitchens, rookie here from the Rams. And sure enough, it was. It's helmet-to-helmet. That is as clear helmet-to-helmet as you can get. But doesn't matter. That's going to be 15 yards now on the end of that run, on the end of that catch for Laporta. That's putting Detroit in a mighty fine spot. Now it was 1st and 10 from the Rams, 32. Goff back to throw, completes it to Gibbs. Gibbs running out of the backfield, and he's going to get down to the 22-yard line, just a yard short of the first down. 138, 137, 136, ticking off on the clock. It is running. The Lions, 2nd and 2. I thought it was a yard short. They marked them 2 yards back. That's fine. But they are fine with eating up some time now. $1:15 left in the game. Goff and shotgun. Takes the snap. Back has all day to throw. Steps up in the pocket. And Gibbs trips before he can get the ball. It looks like it might have been overthrown anyway, but he didn't have a chance as he tripped on the Detroit turf there. Turf monster got him. Incomplete pass. Yeah, just kind of lost his... I don't know if that was going to be completed anyway, if we're going to be honest. 3rd and 2. 106. Down to nitty gritty. You got to love it. I'm sorry. I'm so glad football's back. I don't know about you. I don't care. Well, I do care that my Giants suck, but I'm glad football's back. Goff pitches out to Gibbs, and he's gonna get out of bounds. He gets the first down. He gets out of bounds. Fresh set of downs. Clock is stopped with exactly 1 minute left to go in the game. Lions moving towards the end zone. You think that they want a field goal? You think they want to tie and go to overtime? This is Dan Campbell. Nay. They're looking for the win, and they just might get it. We're going to see how the rest of this plays out right now. We only have 1 minute left to go, folks. They are reviewing the play. We have an official review. What? No, his hand is down. You could do that. And yeah, what are we reviewing here? What are we reviewing? Does anybody have any idea what we're reviewing here? Did I miss something? I can't have the volume on, because if I have the volume on, then I'll probably get tagged for copyright. So I have no idea what we're reviewing. Dan Campbell is talking to the down judge there. Oh, were they trying to see if he was down inbounds to keep the clock running? Yeah, no, his hand came down, but you can put your hand down. Can't be the joint, can't be the wrist, it can't be the knee, your ass cheeks, whatever, your helmet. But I was going to say, he still had forward progress going, and he was out of bounds like that. They've added 2 seconds to the clock? Or no, what's going on? Or did they say he was down inbounds? I didn't think he was down inbounds. Well, apparently they did, and they're running the clock. So I was wrong. So now there's 48, 47, 46, 45, 44. Clock is ticking on the lines, but Goff throws for Amon-Ra St. Brown, and that's going to be incomplete. Stops the clock, 2nd and 10. For a second, I thought that might have been picked again. But no, that is just incomplete. Not the worst thing to happen. Stops the clock. Second and 10. Goff takes a snap. He throws to Williams. And that's going to be caught. But inbounds. Clock is going to keep rolling. It's going to be 3rd down and about 2 for the Lions. Nope, 3rd down and 2. I'm wrong. It's 3rd down and 5. And the Lions will go ahead and call their second timeout. I got bad eyes, apparently, because I don't know what the difference between 5 yards and 2 yards is. It's been a long day. It has been a long day of watching football and doing streams. But again, thank you so much for everybody who's joined us, who has subscribed, who has joined us in the chat. Thank you so much for everything. We truly do appreciate every single one of you who have done so. And if you haven't and are just watching along, like, share, and subscribe. You like what you're watching? That's great. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Got a lot more stuff coming up. Jets, Niners, that's going to be streamed tomorrow. And, of course, then you have our main shows. You got the Countdown on Tuesdays, the main podcast, Stay Tuned Sports, on Wednesdays, and Friday Forecast, our prediction show, comes out on Fridays. You're not going to want to miss that. Lions down to 1 timeout. It is 3rd and 5 from the 14-yard line of the Rams. Goff back in the shotgun, looking to throw. Throws incomplete to Gibbs. Gibbs was somewhat open, but it was a bad throw. And the Lions are going to settle for a field goal attempt. A field goal attempt here for the Lions to tie the game and possibly send it into overtime, depending on, how the rest of this plays out. But you figure it's going to be a 32-yard attempt. Snap, placed, kick, up, good. Splits the uprights, and we have a tie game, ladies and gentlemen. And we might be getting a little extra football here to cap off the first NFL Sunday of the 2024 season. And of course, yes, this guy, Jake Bates, he was the monster kicker there in the UFL with the Michigan Panthers. He was hitting regular 60-yard bombs. And I'll tell you what, he seems to be doing pretty good for the Lions, and especially the same stadium that the Michigan Panthers played in. So that's a great story. Good for him. And again, he helps the Lions tie this game up. And for what it looks like right now, we'll be sending the game into overtime. With just 17 seconds left, and I'm sure they're going to go ahead and make this a dynamic touchback as well. You don't want to go ahead and have the chance of a return. Although that would be hilarious if he just kicks it enough to get it over the 20 and have it like bounce back at like a phony baloney offsides. But that's going to be a dynamic touchback. And the Rams will get the ball at their 30 with 17 seconds left. Will they try to do anything with it, or will they just kneel on it and send this into overtime? I'd imagine probably they're just going to kneel on it, send it to overtime, but we've seen crazier, wackier shit before, folks. So let's strap in. Let's see what happens. Stafford's giving his boys a little peck talk there in the huddle. Are they going to go for something? They're going to try something here? It looks maybe like it. Yes, Stafford's in shotgun. Back to throw. Throws. Big ball. Pick. Almost picked off by the Lions. If he picks that off, he might not be going to overtime. Oh, what a missed opportunity. And I'm not sure if he's hurt or if he's just embarrassed and pissed that he missed that. It just hit him in the chest and bounced between his arms. There's a reason why he plays defense. Oh, my dear sweet goodness. I'm not sure if he's hurt or embarrassed. And just pretend like I'm hurt. Just don't let anybody. Yeah, no, I know I missed, but make everybody feel bad for me instead of hate me and be like, oh, at least I injured myself trying to make a play, and instead of like, oh, I just missed it and then get up. Something like that. I don't know. Just I'm so hurt. This sucks. 11 seconds left. Now in the fourth quarter, Rams 2nd and 10. After that, I would imagine that's not. We're not doing that again. You have to imagine they're going to kneel on it now. If they don't, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But I would imagine you'd want to kneel on it now. That's such. Wow. Just when you think, like, that would have been the absolute. Can you imagine if that actually was picked off, though? That would be the talking point for ever. That's why you kneel on it. That's why you don't do those things. That's why you don't do anything, 2nd and 10. Stafford's still in shotgun. They're still going to do something with this. With 11 seconds. Now, again, the Rams have all 3 of their timeouts. Stafford, empty backfield. Back to throw. He gets sacked by Hutchinson. And that's going to be 3. That's going to be 2. That's going to be 1. And ladies and gentlemen, we are headed to overtime. Here on the first Sunday Night Football game of the year, to close out the first football Sunday of the year, we get a little extra football. And I don't think we can beat that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited. I hope you're excited too. If you are, like, share, subscribe. Join me in the chat. Come talk with me. Keep me company here. Give me some stuff to talk about. It's fine. How did your football team do today? How did your fantasy team do today? Any other thoughts on this football Sunday? Who do you think had the best performance, the worst performance? If you said Daniel Jones, you wouldn't be incorrect. Stafford and Goff go out to the 50 to go ahead and decide who we have going for the coin toss for overtime. Again, this is not the playoff overtime. So each team gets a possession unless the team receiving the kickoff gets a touchdown. Or, the other team the defensive team gets a touchdown safety, because that means the possession switched and happened anyway. But as we all know, with the playoffs that we saw in the Super Bowl, and the overtime we saw in the Super Bowl, each team gets a possession no matter what, whether you score a touchdown or not. So different overtime rules in the regular season than the playoffs, which shouldn't be the case. you should have the same overtime rules all the time, so you're not confusing anybody. But the NFL is, the NFL. So that's what we're going to do. But getting ready for overtime here on Sunday Night Football. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope you guys enjoyed your entire Sunday slate of NFL games here. Lions are getting the ball first. They will be receiving the dynamic kickoff here in overtime. So we're going to have the first overtime dynamic kickoff. I'm excited. I hope you're excited too. This has been fun. This has been a fun day of football, despite the fact that my Giants suck, and despite the fact that that was a slog to get through. And I had to live stream it, so everybody saw my absolute mental breakdown over watching my team, which I'm going to have every single week. I got 16 more games of watching this New York Football Giants team. So that alone should be entertaining enough for you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and follow along with us here on Stay Tuned Sports. Because I got to tell you, it's gonna be fun, and we're having fun. We're having fun here. Checking up on some news, see if anything else happening here. Just everybody on the old Twitter X seems to be real happy about we're getting some free football here to end this first football Sunday. And I got to say, I'm pretty excited too. I hope you're excited as well. And now we get to see how this all ends. How do we close out this first football Sunday of 2024? Do we get a Rams victory? Do we get a Lions victory? Do we get a tie? That is still possible in this NFL. A lot harder now. Definitely a lot harder to get a tie, but it's not impossible. Matthew Stafford, 34 for 49, 317 yards, touchdown, and a pick. Not terrible numbers, but you definitely don't want to have that pick there. Cooper Kupp has 14 receptions, which is tied for his career high, 110 yards and a touchdown. Goff is 17 for 27, 207 yards, also with a touchdown, also with an interception. So Stafford has a lot more yards. Jameson Williams has 121 yards on 5 receptions, and that's a career high for him, along with a touchdown there for the Lions. Overtime, 10 minutes, dynamic kickoff. Here we go. And this is going to be kicked out into Canada. That's over the Peace Bridge there. And Lions will get the ball at the 30. Each team has 2 timeouts here. So I got to go ahead and let me adjust these real quick. In overtime, each team gets 2 timeouts. And here we go from the 30. Goff under center. Laporta in motion. They do a little bit of an end around. And that's going to be a first down, 11 yards. Raymond with the carry there, number 11 for the Lions. First play, first down. Lions moving the ball. It's going to be on a 41-yard line now. 9:42, 9:41, overtime just started here on Sunday Night Football in Detroit. Extra football, everybody. You can't beat it. 1st and 10. Goff again under center. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Montgomery. Montgomery breaks free. He's got a big hole. He's still not down. He's all the way down to the 36-yard line of the Rams. Huge run for Montgomery, and the Lions are now deep into Rams territory. Huge run from Montgomery, who has had a big game here tonight for the Detroit Lions. Holy jeez. Lions from the 37 of the Rams. Goff under center, takes a snap, hands off to Montgomery again. He's bouncing off, breaks a few tackles, gets 9 yards on the carry. And now it is 2nd and 1 from the 28-yard line. Lions making move. Montgomery just will not be denied. Little ball of hate. Angry running. Kyle Brandt's going to be happy on Good Morning Football watching these plays. Hell of a play. 2nd and 1, as I said, from the 28-yard line. Goff under center. Takes the snap. Back to throw. Beats the rush. Gibbs, that's going to be a first down, and he just absolutely annihilates a cameraman. Or just security, just somebody outside. Either way, that man got run over. But he helps him up, make sure he's okay. That's a professional athlete right there. Good job by Gibbs. And that's another fresh set of first downs here for the Lions. Now from the 18-yard line. Well, yeah, 18 and a half about. 1st and 10. Goff under center. Gibbs in the backfield. Snap. Handoff to Gibbs. He's going to get about 3 yards. So we're going to have 2nd and 7. Gibbs is upset only getting 3 yards. He feels he could have gotten more. We have hit the 7-minute mark here in overtime. We are now under 7 minutes. Lions opening drive. They're looking to end the game right here. They want to have a touchdown and end the game. Not give the Rams a chance to get the ball. Goff in shotgun. Hands it off to Montgomery. Montgomery, tough running again. Very close to the first down. He's about a half a yard short of that first down. It's going to be 3rd and inches. And the way that Montgomery and Gibbs have been running here, they should be able to convert this 3rd and 1. You'd figure that that's what they're going to do here. It's a longer one. Yeah, it's about a full one. Goff under center. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Montgomery. That is indeed a first down, and he's continuing to run. He's down at the 2.5-yard line. It is now 1st and goal. The Lions looking to put this game away in overtime. Not give the Rams a chance to get the ball. Score a touchdown. And just let everybody in Detroit and Ford Field go home happy. Tough running by Montgomery. The ball is at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal. Goff under center. Timeout by the Rams. They take one of their 2 timeouts. Rest the players up, get at least a little bit of a breather, try to get this goal line stand and keep the Lions out. If they can hold the Lions to a field goal, they will have an opportunity to go down and either tie or win with their own possession. If the Lions score a touchdown, this game is donezo. It'll be over, and that'll be the end of it. First and goal. From the 1. Goff under center. Montgomery in the backfield. Laporta in motion. Handoff to Montgomery. Touchdown. Lions. Game is over. The Detroit Lions win on Sunday Night Football in overtime. Coming back at the very end to beat the Rams. Unbelievable. Fun. Hell of a game here on Sunday Night Football, and a hell of a way to close out this first Sunday of the 2024 NFL season. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, that was fun. If you didn't have fun, you're watching the wrong game. This was absolutely fun. This was absolutely incredible. I hope everybody had as much fun watching as I did. A great back for. I honestly thought the Lions were going to blow it, and then the Lions come back, and then you think the Rams, like they're just going to kneel on it and go in, and then they almost saw a pick with 20 seconds left. Like there was quite the ups and downs here. Great defensive play followed by great offensive plays by both teams. Stafford had a hell of a night. Cooper Kupp had a career night. But also, as we saw here for the Lions, Williams had a career night. Montgomery had a great night. Goff had a great night. So it really was just a very good, entertaining football game between two very good, entertaining football teams. And at the end of the day, we as football fans win. I'm sure if you're a Rams fan, you don't feel like that right now. But this is great football, and we won tonight. And I hope everybody out there had a great football Sunday. Clearly, I did not have as fun as a Sunday as I had hoped. But on the other end, I am so glad that football is back. And I know that you are too. And guess what? We got one more game to go, baby. Tomorrow night, the New York Jets are out in Santa Clara to play the San Francisco 49ers. We're going to be there with you to go ahead and watch it. And by we, I mean me, because Jimbo's not going to be here again. But I will be here to bring it all for you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. It's been a blast. I hope you guys have a great night. And I will see you tomorrow. Until then, stay tuned, everybody.